afraid to inform you. This podcast is haunted. Oh no! Welcome back.
I need an old priest and a young priest.
To the spookiest. No, it's not that spooky. Unless you find like corporate malfeasance and bullshit spooky. Like,
I need an old priest and a young priest.
It's not like we've got a story about like a developer who he came down and the whole game was developed. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody, to the RageSelect podcast. You're RageSelect. I'm Jeff.
I'm Amanda.
We're doing this on All Hallows Eve.
Yeah.
What do they call it in the Crow? Devil's Night? Is
Devil's
this Devil's Night?
Yeah, the day before.
Fire
Halloween.
it up. Fire it up.
Hell yeah. Also, it's my brother's birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday, man.
Yeah, he's probably listening.
Yeah.
Probably.
I mean, he'll be hearing it on Sunday, but he'll know that we recorded it today.
So this is his gift.
Yes.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, we got an interesting show. I did want to briefly say that last week there was no podcast. I know that a few people were like, where's the podcast?
Yeah.
I put it on Discord, I put it on Twitter, I put it on Blue Sky, I put it on Facebook. I don't know where else to put it to let you guys know when there's not going to be one.
I tried to start a mutiny on Facebook if you saw.
I did. So Michael and I were sitting right where we're sitting now last week, and we were about 30 minutes into the podcast, and my computer locked up as hard as it ever has. And when I rebooted it, it didn't come back on. And thus began 4 hours of me buying a new power supply and running to Best Buy and coming back and taking my computer downstairs and hooking it up to my TV and all this bullshit. Turns out it was bad memory, which I didn't see coming. And I use my computer for everything, so it's not like we could just, like, at first I was like, well, we could just go to one of my other computers and record the podcast there. But it was like, no, if this is a problem, I need to know about it now.
Yeah.
So
your whole life's connected through that thing. You can't just fucking lollygog about fixing it.
Yep. So, you guys didn't miss all that much. It was mostly just there was a Kirby Air Riders Direct that we were right in the middle of talking about. But yeah, we've got a few of the things from last week kind of peppered in this week. Not that much because there was a whole bunch of
So
other...
I'm just getting Michael's leftovers.
No.
What a surprise.
No, you're getting my leftovers.
What a surprise.
What a surprise. So we're gonna try. We're gonna see what we can do about that. Sorry, yesterday when I recorded,
you're like paranoid now, looking at your computer.
No, story number 2 is me and Michael recorded 3 videos yesterday, and then I went to render them, and you remember there was something that we recorded where it was like the audio came out with me sounding like a demon. It was like, like it was super slow.
Did it happen again?
That happened.
What the fuck?
And like I was fortunate that I now recorded 2 places because of that specifically, just in case. So I was like, no, it's fine. So I'm very paranoid today.
No, you should, for Halloween, you should 100% put up the Demon Jeff recordings. The lost tapes. These were deleted, but we thought to be deleted, but we found them.
You can't even understand them. They just sound like Satan. It's just going to be like you're going to be watching Vampire the Masquerade 2 and then hearing Satan fart into a microphone for 30 minutes.
Yeah, is that not what, like, now I'm going to make a movie where somebody's tape recording, reading out loud the Necronomicon, and it's just going to be you.
It's just me. Well, before we get to the news, I watched 2 scary movies last week.
Ooh.
They were scary for entirely different reasons. And
one was a documentary on global warming.
And neither one of them was scary. Well, one of them was more traditionally scary. So, but I don't really want to talk about one of them. I watched the House Made of Dynamite. Catherine Bigelow, she did the Hurt Locker and stuff. It's this big thing. It's on Netflix. It's a Netflix show. It's got Idris Elba in it, as well as some lady that's been in other stuff. Actually, a whole bunch of people are in it. It's basically a political thriller about like what would happen if the United States was attacked with a nuclear weapon, and it kind of goes through a few different scenarios. Like it kind of shows what would happen from a few different perspectives. It's written by a guy that was like a war journalist, like who knows a lot of this stuff. And everybody's real pissy about it because I'll tell you right now, like it doesn't really have a definitive conclusion. Like it's more of a movie about what happened than about the process of the thing happening from a few different perspectives than it is about there's a big question And that question is not answered at the end of the movie.
Interesting.
And so people are fucking pissed in the comments. They're like, 1 out of 10. I don't know why I even watched this. And it's like, oh, come on. Grow up already.
Hold my hand through this idea. It sounds, yeah.
But I liked it. It was okay. The thing I watched that's more thematically appropriate is Good Boy. I watched A Good Boy.
Did you watch that? I'm kind of scared to watch it. I know.
Yeah.
Not the ending. I know the outcome. I don't know if that makes sense.
Sure.
There's a whole website dedicated to whether or not animals get harmed in movies. So I checked that. But I didn't. I'm just scared because even perilous dog stuff makes me nervous.
Sure, I get it. So for anybody who doesn't know, I feel like this is kind of a little bit of a buzz, but not a huge amount of buzz where I could understand if people didn't hear about it. Good Boy is a horror movie from the perspective of a dog. It's a real dog, and it's that real classic like 80s animal actor thing where they shot he is a very good dog actor of like looking over there. Even though I'm like, well, dogs, they see for shit. They smell. but fine. He's such a cute dog.
It is a very cute dog.
The main actor is also his owner. He's incredibly well trained. And so it's a horror movie about this guy that moves into like his grandfather's old house.
And is it haunted or?
There's a lot of spookiness. I don't want to say too much about it. Okay. There's a lot of like spooky iconography. So what I would say that it's like a B+, and the reason for that is like nothing about the actual horror part of the movie is not something that I've seen before. It's done in a slightly different way. Like the kind of paranormal aspect is a more on the nose metaphor than it would have been in like the Babadook or It Follows or something. But it's all told from the dog's perspective, and it was interesting to see. This is, dog can't open doors. Dog can't explain what's going on. The dog can't say, I saw something weird.
And dog's like, we should move out of here.
Right. And in fact, this is not my finest moment, but it's a long past. When I first got my dog, there were times where I got really frustrated with my dog, and I would just like be kind of mad at my dog and mean to my dog, and that is actually the most uncomfortable part of this movie, is seeing
him
the main character
like, stop barking, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Well, no, it's more just like, there's like a scene where the dog is trying to sleep on the bed next to him, and he keeps pushing it off, and he finally just like takes him off the bed and is like, just fuck off. And I'm like, when I was younger and I was very frustrated with my dog, I did that before. It was the first time I had a dog. So there's some of that in there. The only other thing is that there's one scene where the dog is being pulled by a collar into a place, and it is incredibly obvious that they are not yanking that dog by the collar into a place, because of course you wouldn't, but it just kind of messes the scene up because they're like zooming in,
have the dog on like a carpet and like pulling the carpet underneath it or something.
It's less than that. It's like a close up on the dog who just keeps moving closer to the camera, and it's obvious. I think it's like a zoom or like a Zolly or something. But the dog was incredibly cute. It was 90 minutes long, and it was slight. Like, I would say it's definitely something to watch on streaming. Would be really good as something to put on in the background at a Halloween party, because it's got a cute dog and a bunch of spooky shit. And people be like, what the fuck is that?
I mean, I would assume a lot of it is more visual spooky than dialogue spooky or anything, because like if the dog's not like Scooby-Dooing over like ruh-roh.
The dog doesn't get on a Zoom call to find out what kind of ghost we're dealing with or something. Like, there's none of that. There's no like, the dog is a dog, and there's no like dog opening a door or dog
it
doing
never
something.
Pulls away from the reality of a dog. When people keep saying dog perspective, all I keep thinking is that the movie is just like the dude's knees the whole time. You know what I mean? Like, you'll never see his face. It's like the Muppet Babies or something.
It's a little like that. Like, there's a few scenes where it kind of breaks out, but for the most part it's shot really low right along with the dog. And I cannot emphasize enough how fucking cute this dog is. Like, he is a fucking adorable. They got this great dog.
Because last year, The Substance got nominated for an Academy Award. Do you think that dog is like How close to Academy Award nomination do you think that dog is?
Yeah, I don't know. This might be his vehicle towards getting into a bigger production with somebody next year. But yeah, it was worth watching. I mean, I don't know if it's directly. I know there was a Shudder production, so I'm sure it will eventually be on Shudder.
Yeah.
I think right now it's still on VOD. But yeah, it was worth a watch.
Nice.
It wasn't like the biggest thing, but there's not like a big Halloween blockbuster movie out there. I guess what the latest Conjuring came out on VOD, but I fucking hate that franchise.
Yeah, no thanks, I'm good.
I think
Black Phone 2 came out.
Oh yes, Black Phone 2. I was thinking of more of like at home, like what you could watch at home.
Yeah.
I think if I was going to do a Halloween lineup from this year, I think Final Destination Bloodlines.
Oh, Weapons started streaming
Weapons on HBO.
Yeah.
Good Boy. Those would all be good.
Yeah.
Anyway, and Bring Her Back if you want, but that's more of a dialogue movie. You can't put that on the background.
Yeah. Ooh, dialogue movie. I love me a dialogue movie.
Yeah. Anyway, enough about that. Amanda, what about you? Did you watch anything? You play anything? Do anything good?
No, I mean, as far as horror movies, the only things we've been watching like the old classic standards for us, which was like In the Mouth of Madness by John Carpenter. Because I got this like 4K Blu-ray blah 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 set, and then the WNUF. Halloween special, which is more of a John thing than me. I like it. Before we started recording, it's found footage,
right?
But it's like news reporter footage, which is kind of fun. I appreciated that. But
there have been a few shots at that. Wasn't there a specific YouTube channel that was like devoted to something like that?
There was. I don't remember what it was called.
Matt Pat did a thing about it on one of his channels,
Film Theory or something. Yes, it's the BBC did one.
Oh yeah, I've heard that was really
that was
good.
like straight up in the 80s, I think.
Yeah,
like actually in the 80s, and then the WNUF one is kind of very much like that, but it was made in like I forget, like 2007 or something like that. But then it's made to look like it was the 80s,
right?
And it's fun, and it takes a long time to like get to what it's doing, and the spooky is the last 10 minutes of it.
Okay,
so it's all right. But we haven't done anything, no new horror or anything like that. The most exciting thing we did the last couple of weeks is we went to a ska punk concert.
Oh, who'd you see?
Omnicon.
I don't know who that is.
So Omnicon is absolutely one of my favorite. It's a ska core, like hardcore ska band. One of my absolute favorite ska bands.
Okay.
Very fun.
Like a cross between like hardcore, like kind of metal style and then ska.
So like release the idea of the mozzarella stick 90s Mighty Mighty Boss Tones ska.
Okay.
This is harder than that. This is definitely like closer to hardcore metal sounding.
Okay. It's like Rancid, but like cranked up even more.
Yeah, Operation Ivy or something. Closer to Operation Ivy than it is to like Less Than Jake, if that makes sense. And then there's like, Joystick was also a headliner, and then two other like a local band, like I think one's called Hell Beach, and one was like the Space Chimps or something.
Okay.
Fun. It was a good time. I hate meeting people, like, because like small shows, the merch booth is the band. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
And so it's like, I'd like to buy a t-shirt, please. And I hate meeting people when I'm there to see them, and they're like one of my favorite bands. And the lead singer is like 6'4", like just a Sasquatch of a man.
Yeah. I just imagine that Community episode where Donald Glover
meets LeVar Burton.
LeVar Burton. Yeah, he's so upset about it.
Kind of. I hate it. Like, I make John do all the talking because John's really good at like just being a dude talking to another dude.
Sure.
I can't do that, so I'm just very like, hi, my brain stopped working. Shirt, please. Like, it's just bad.
You do your music good.
Yeah.
Good music.
And
one shirt.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of exactly. They're like, what size? And I'm like, I don't know anymore. Like, fuck.
Like, you pick.
Yeah,
you pick.
Yeah, what a loaded like it's such a loaded question to be like, why don't you tell me what size you think I should wear? And like, it's really like opening it up for them to insult me.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a great time. It was at Kick Butt Coffee.
Okay.
Which is tiny. It's a tiny, tiny venue.
So is.
And there's tables so we can sit, which is great because we're old.
Right.
And we sat at a giant table because it was the only one available. And then I kid you not, 7 teenagers sat with us because they just needed a place to throw their shit.
Right.
And I just leaned over to John and was like, Mom and Dad are chaperoning the kids. And we really were. Every time they wanted to like mosh or anything, they all would like, can you watch our stuff? And they just like run. It was great. It was kind of fun. It's kind of fun to be the old people at the party, you know?
Oh, to be a young person who just doesn't give any shits about anything.
Like purses were left open. And I'm like, I could steal your $1.27. You don't know.
Could take all of your phones. What would you do then?
Oh no, I'm gonna steal your shitty hats and your fucking the leather strap bracelets.
Oh yeah.
Because they like went to pit, so they didn't want to, so they took it all off. It's so funny.
Well, that sounds great. That sounds fun.
Yeah, it was a blast.
So okay, why don't we switch on over? We got a lot to get through today. Before we started, I have to apologize to Amanda again. I told Amanda that we were going to watch this indie horror showcase that happened last week.
He lied right to my face, everybody.
Hey, you know what? If you want to watch an hour and 45 minutes of 1 minute apiece trailers, there wasn't really, there were like 3 or 4 things, and they weren't even that interesting.
Yeah.
They were like, these are the things that were the least uninteresting. So instead, we're going to watch, there was an ID at Xbox showcase. It's a lot shorter.
It's a lot meatier.
Yeah. It's got like 20 things, and we can zip through a lot of them pretty quickly. So
nice.
I think we're going to roll through here and check it out. The first thing that they showed, strangely enough, was this game called Agni Village of Calamity. This is an Indonesian horror game.
Ooh.
I feel like we've had a few. There was that one that was like in a school. There was like an Indonesian horror game, I think, that we played a long time ago.
I do remember that one.
This one seems like it's like a third-person adventure game, and like there's this lady and she's got like a gun and a backpack and a Resident Evil, and she's like, moving stuff around, and there's like creepos and weirdos.
There's straight up monsters in this, but there is also a guy with some fucked up teeth and weird eyes. That is the scariest part.
The only thing I don't like about this is they keep doing this thing where there's like the most, I mean, it's a video game, but it's the fakest looking blood dripping off of hand effect. It looks like a sprinkler.
Yeah.
And I keep seeing it. But everything else about this I like. It's very strange.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that like probably a little bit of this is just, you know, fucking, I play a lot of games from America. This comes from a different culture. It looks a little different. Yeah, there was one where you saw the blood coming off, and it was just very like...
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that is kind of weird.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of back when they used to put... when they first started putting digital blood effects in movies, when like somebody gets shot and a bunch of CGI blood would fly out, you were like, well, that's not fucking
They're like,
real.
it's violent, and it'd just be like cartoon blood splattering on them.
And it's a shame because everything else looks great.
Yeah.
Like all the rest of this is like spooky. There's a lot of...
It's got that weirdness to it, too.
People spookiness and then monster spookiness.
Yeah.
There's like a mannequin attacking this lady at some point. Like,
yeah, there's definitely a crotch demon happening too.
Oh, you know what? That was interesting because that demon in this big like kind of meat monster demon was like speaking with like a young lady's voice. Oh. And so there was especially creepy when that came out. It had these
That's sick. I'm really into
eyes.
this visually. I like when horror gets into that body horror like weirdness where it's just like I don't know, there's a lot of movies where it's just like this monster makes sense. This is we based it on a wolf and then we took its fur off and then we gave it claws or whatever,
right? And
then but sometimes they're like, what if there's just like a demon face coming out of the dick of a zombie, kind of like where it like doesn't make sense and they just sort of mashed meat together, and it's fucking cool.
It's what makes like Tarman so disconcerting is it looks so
I forget
alien.
You and I are like real big on Tarman.
It looks so alien even though it's such a quick moment in that movie. Like, it's not
but
the
it is like
thing.
a defining moment in that thing. With the
I just remember I remember being a kid and seeing Tarman on the back of the VHS box and being scared to shit by just looking at a picture of it.
The movement and the way, like that's kind of the beauty of like animatronics and horror movies too, is that like because it's real and moving, but it doesn't move like organically because like animatronics don't necessarily do that. It just makes it scarier of this like it's real. Like my brain's like it's real, but then it's also like but it's wrong.
It's out of place.
That's what this did a little bit.
Let's see. Speaking of horror, this was an interesting one. Darkwood 2 So the original Dark Woods, when we played this like a long time ago, was like a top-down horror game where you were like in a spooky area and you were kind of going between houses and there was like weird stuff happening. And this looks like it's definitely more of the same. It looks a little bit more. That original game was made like 10 or 15 years ago, so
like not as
10
pretty
years
as
ago.
this.
Yeah, so it was a little bit more. It was a little bit more. It's a little bit less resolution, a little bit less detail in it. So
a little less conversation, a little more action. You know what I mean?
Yes.
What kind of horror is this?
I think it's like survival. Like you're kind of in this spooky woods, and it's unclear like what is safe and what is not.
Yeah. Because there's a point where they're like in the boat, and is it a tentacle monster that just goes by?
I think it's like a giant fish. I think it was like a gigantic fish. I think that they did like they do when they have this boat.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like
it is the fish.
They do this thing where they obscure the camera with the trees from the top. It's pretty good. It's a good way to like kind of make your spooky without having to build an entire Raccoon City in Unreal Engine or something. So,
yeah, it's cool. I mean, it really sets you apart, right? Like, because there's not a lot of top-down horror that looks like this. And, yeah.
So, and it's also being published by Ice Pick Lodge. They at least publish, I believe, the Pathologic games. It's being developed by, I believe, the original developers. So, but
that image that they show looks very like, "Don't you speak to me or my son ever again." Like, it's just a monster holding another monster.
Yeah, just like, what are you looking at? Mind your own business. From there, I got one that I think you're really gonna like, called "Don't Fret." That is like a kind of weirdly psychological horror game where you play like as a guitar mascot monster that's like in a world of music, and you're being chased by this. It's hard to see in this trailer, but you get a better look at it later where
my god, you okay. I was
seriously
seeing the monster. When you said mascot, you meant like literally like the fucking Pepsi dot guy. And, yeah.
And then there's like
Sprite
this
dot guy.
There's this fucking nemesis monster, and it's actually a giant cheerleader with a tape for a head, and it looks like it's got like some kind of puzzle stuff. There's like interaction with real people.
There's like an emo at the door.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick. Oh my god, you have to tune your guitar.
Lots of musical puzzles, but then also weird craziness. So I had never heard of this before.
Yeah, I don't think I heard it either.
It reminds me of the My Friendly Neighborhood or whatever, the Muppet one, but more of a musical version, or maybe something like Poppy Playtime.
Yeah,
with the big hands.
It's definitely got a little bit of that vibe. Poppy Playtime, the like something chasing you thing.
Yeah. So, okay, she's not dressed like a cheerleader. She's just a big lady.
Yeah.
But she is definitely a lady.
It's definitely a lady. It's definitely a skirt and top. Yeah, that could be cheerleader.
And it looks like she's made out of tape.
Yeah.
Like the body and everything is made out of tape. So
she's beautiful.
And it's such a good name too.
Yeah, Don't Fret.
It's such a good name.
Don't Fret for a horror game is so funny.
Yeah.
To be like, nah, don't fret. Like, it's fine. You're just getting chased to death.
Next, there was... Okay, this is a game that I think that a lot of people may need to pass. It's about a witch that goes to the dog underworld to find like the ghost of her dead pet.
Oh,
and
no.
It's a music rhythm game where the dogs are doing little like barks, and then it's up to you to do the same input in the same like time.
That's
so
funny.
It's a very rhythm heaven type of thing. It's got very cute art.
It's very cutesy.
Very just kind of like animated anime.
You're not gonna fool me. I'm not gonna get fucking. I'm not gonna cry over this chibi ass game.
This chibi ass game is probably gonna make you cry.
Yeah, but the ghost dog that she has next to her is super cute.
Incredibly cute.
Yeah,
there's a lot of adorable dogs this week. So, I also like when the lights go out, the dog got all mad. Yeah, and it's also called Puppergeist, which I think is like also...
Sometimes I think you guys come up with the titles first and then work backwards on how to make Puppergeist make sense.
And I was kind of on board with this, but then it was like, oh, you're also going to get to know the backstory of all of these dog ghosts and what they were like in their life. And I'm like, no, I don't want to.
Absolutely not.
So, looks like a great game. I think it's everybody should know going in, like, whether they're going to be able to handle such a game or not.
No way.
So, we're going to skip over 33 Immortals has an expansion pack. This is that weird online game where you play with 33 other people. I didn't like it when we played it, so I'm going to skip over it. It's not as interesting as some of the other stuff.
Good. Skip it. Fuck it.
There was also a game. Okay, so this is a game called Oasis. Away, like AWAY, sis. And it's like kind of a medieval action game.
Like little foxes or something?
It's like Gang Beasts, but with swords. Like it's like one of those physics
one of
like
them bullshit.
Party.
Yeah.
But it also has like a single player campaign where you play as like a little, I don't know what that thing is. It's like one of those little, those like tiny foxes with the giant ears.
Yeah, I don't know what they're called. Cutesy though.
Yeah. I had a hard time understanding what the combat was like in the game from the trailer, just because it's very, I don't know, it's very strange. It's like what you're just...
There's a lot of movement going on.
You get hit, you get thrown back.
I could be a frog. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. I meant to tell you that because I figured you would like that.
Yeah, put that under the list of frog-based games that I want to play.
Yeah. I don't know. This one looks okay. This is like one of those. There's been a lot of indie games this year, and so I'm kind of raising my standards a little bit at a time for what I'm willing to put up with in an indie game.
Yeah.
Not put up with, but what I'm willing to give a chance, right? Is you got to make some kind of impact on me, and this one is like it's right on the edge.
Yeah.
The thing is that the company also 17-bit. They've made a couple of games and none of them that I played and none of them have been like outstanding. Like they've all looked interesting and then have been not
fell a little flat from it.
Yeah. Like good trailers. So
well, it looks like a decent enough idea, but I don't want to play a game where I slam my sword into my friends.
Yeah. Next up we have Ungodly. This is from Azura Games, and I think that the big thing with them is they made that phone game Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes.
Okay.
I know that I got really addicted to that like one holiday season. And this is like a dark fantasy game. Kind of a third person like hack and slash, and it looks like you're switching between like different characters on the fly.
Oh.
It looks a little cheap.
I noticed that all the women aren't wearing clothes and all the men are fully clothed.
I was going to say that because I noticed that too.
Yeah.
Like not that.
It's
I mean, that guy's got his shirt off.
Yeah, but the girl, it's like ass out, baby.
Every lady has their ass directly pointed at the camera.
But some of the guys, so like one guy had a little like less clothes on, but like a lot of the guys, it's like full cloak, full outfit and a cape, and then the women's like bikini.
Right. I got short shorts and like a crop top.
Yeah, it's a bit like.
Or just a thong.
It's weird to just notice it right away. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
you know what it does is like when they were showing off the various characters, it made me think about, you know, those ads on the internet they used to have where it was like, oh, come play with me, my lord, or whatever. And then it just ended up being some garbage Farmville city thing.
Yeah.
All very generic looking ladies and dudes and environment and not exactly like, I don't know. I may give it a shot or I may just wait to see, but...
Oh, I mean, I have to be here when you play it because if you're going to play the dark fantasy big titty half-naked lady game, obviously it has to be me.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see how that goes.
What if it's like game of the year and they're just like, sometimes you just got to tolerate ass in your game of the year.
Sometimes there's a lot of ass in the game of the year. What am I supposed to say? We're
sex positive here at RageSelect, so if you want your ass out, you get your ass out.
There's a brief featurette about Planet of Lana 2. It was a game where you play as like a little boy or a little girl and you've got a little cat monster. And
yeah,
then,
we played that.
Robots invade.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
they're making another one. It's got basically a lot of the same.
Yeah.
Like this one, you can swim.
How much trauma must this child go through?
Like I think the robots are gone, but there's still problems. So like,
story of my life.
I don't know. There's not a lot more to say about this. It looks very similar to the first game, just with some new stuff. Like you go into the details, but we don't got time. We don't got time for that.
We don't got time for all that.
So we're just gonna splap over that.
Yeah.
Next up is a game called Aphelion, Aphelion.
Aphelion.
This is a space adventure game with two characters. There's like a guy and a lady, and they are astronauts that have crash landed on like an ice planet that is very hostile, and they're trying to survive. And it's being made by Don't Nod, so the like Life is Strange and a few other places. So
interesting.
Even though I see a little bit of what seems like some kind of third person walking around and doing stuff, I get the feeling that it might be a little bit more talky, that there's probably going to be an emphasis on the relationship between the two characters and the decisions that you make and all that
dialogue-y game.
But it's interesting because they're good at making stuff that looks good. Like it looks like an interesting game.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I don't know.
It's pretty decent visuals, but I guess Life is Strange isn't exactly
there's some like alien monsters and stuff that you have to avoid. But then they're like big smoky tentacle clouds.
Yeah, they're like if the Venom symbiote was the Abyss monster.
Yeah, or like that movie, was it Life with was it Chris Evans was in that?
Oh my God, yeah. Fuck, I haven't thought about that in a minute.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's see. From there, we got a montage of indie games. These are games that are already out. So,
wow.
Most of these I've already played, and if I didn't, I didn't care about them. Vampire Survivors has a new expansion, and they're adding Balatro into Vampire Survivors as opposed to the other way around.
Yeah, nice.
So now you can play as Jimbo and some of the Jokers from Vampire Survivors from Balatro in Vampire Survivors. Yeah.
You got your Balatro and my Vampire Survivors.
Two indie games that taste great together.
Yeah. Now all we need is that damn Untitled Goose.
Oh yeah, I think we might be too far away from the Untitled Goose.
No, you could throw it. What a good throwback.
Get that goose in there.
Get that goose in there. He can swing a sword. What the
Shove
fuck?
that goose all the way up in there. Let's see. After that, we got a very brief trailer for Daisy Badlands. So do you remember Daisy?
Mm-hmm.
They're having a big,
I never played it, but I remember it being real popular for a minute.
A big expansion called Badlands that I don't really care about. I don't care about Daisy. I'm sorry.
Then why did you bring it up, Jeff? You made this list.
I know. We're just glossing over a few things because I don't want to get too stuck on stuff. So.
Yeah.
Next
Don't worry, we're not going to get stuck on Daisy, I promise.
Was a game called Super Ball that's like a 3-on-3. It's basically like Rocket League, except you're playing with Overwatch characters. Or, no, let's be honest, with Battleborn characters. I think that this is
just soccer?
Yes. Except, it's 3-on-3, and they've got superpowers.
Yeah.
They've got like big superpowers, and it's a giant ball, kind of like in Rocket League.
Yeah.
I think this is because Rematch is doing well, and Rocket League is doing well, so somebody's trying to throw their hat back in the ring for another online soccer game. It doesn't look bad.
No,
it's just I'm not interested in playing that.
I don't want to play your weird giant soccer ball game.
We got a new Invincible Versus trailer with some new characters. They got Robot Monster Girl are in here now. They've been announcing Invincible Versus trailer characters basically one a week for the last like 3 months.
Wow.
So having two, they kind of dressed it up in a kind of a Halloween style.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But
tis the season.
Yeah. So let's see after that. There's a game called Sledding Game.
So funny. I've been keeping up with this creator on TikTok since he started developing it.
Oh, okay. This is just a hanging out, doing stuff game.
Yeah.
It's basically like what if a game like Lethal Company was full of just hot cocoa and sledding and playing roulette and
just
stuff.
Chillaxing with your homies on those on sleighs.
You just got your voiceover IP.
Yeah.
And there's like a little stage where you can tell jokes. You can just sit around. You can go sledding. This seems a little bit too gentle for me, but
yes, any game in which a bunch of people can be on the same map and do whatever is going to end up totally gentle and not wrecking havoc on your psyche immediately.
I don't know.
I'm just saying, even if you're a cute frog, something horrible might happen to you.
The internet will find a way to make this game either dirty or violent.
Yeah,
one of the two.
Or both. I'm hoping it ends up being like ski free and there's just a Yeti that comes down and eats you while you're skiing.
Yeah. Let's see. After that, we got the Raw Fury sizzle reel. The only thing I was interested in this was there's a game called Complex that is a horror game that was announced a long time ago where you play as like an astronaut kind of on the space station with all this analog horror kind of tools, and there's like robots around that are trying to kill you.
What the fuck was that? An OG Mac with legs?
That's like the baddies. Oh no. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But the thing is that this actually has a release date now. It was announced 13 years ago, and then it went dormant for like 12. And now
that
it finally
sounds
has
about
a
right
release
for
date.
analog horror. That actually fits very well.
Yep. December 4th. It's actually coming out.
Very close.
Yeah. We got another trailer for Egging On, which is a game where you're trying to do
egg-like things in an egg-like society.
You're an egg, and you're trying to do platforming challenges, and if you break, a yolk comes out, but you can like reform yourself. We've seen this a few times before.
Yeah.
The one thing I did notice from this is that there was a very brief moment where the egg was going past a bunch of mouthwashes, and that is specifically a reference to the mouthwash and mouthwashing.
Mouthwash, yeah.
So
sick.
Let's see. Over the Hill is, I don't entirely understand. It's about driving a bunch of trucks. Over hills and through the woods and
to grandmother's house we go.
I don't know. Maybe,
sure,
perhaps. Like you show me a trailer for RV There Yet, and I understand what's happening. Yeah. I don't understand where it's just like, do you just drive cars?
Yeah, this is just a going game.
Yep.
It's a Journey, but a car.
I think so.
Because that's kind of funny.
Speaking of things I don't understand, TCG Card Shop Simulator got announced.
Okay.
Make your own TCG card shop, stock it.
Everyone has BO.
Everyone's stinky. At one point, I was like, well, what do you do with the stinkiness? And it's like, oh, you can buy deodorant and just spray it on them.
That's so funny.
And I'm like,
have I
know.
Told you about Water Park Simulator?
No. Is that one new?
I think it's in early access. I don't think it's released yet, but I've been watching Twitch streamers play it, and there will be people that come in that smell like that have the
stink lines,
the green clouds around them, and you get a super soaker at some point, and you could just hose them down. And they stop smelling. That's how you do it.
Just squirt some shampoo down the slide first, and just then let them go. So
put some bubble soap in the pools and let them at it.
Let's see, and then almost done here. We got Task Time.
Mm-hmm.
This is like a kind of a hard to say. It's like a physics-based party game. You are instructed to do various tasks, and then there's like a winner for each round. So it's kind of like a what if Fall Guys was Mario Party kind of thing.
Yeah.
Very weird. I don't necessarily like the way that the legs move.
Yeah, the legs are almost independently
the feet move
attached.
And then the legs are just
wiggling around.
They're just lines drawn from the foot to the torso.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about it.
And then last but not least, we got, this was kind of ties into last week. We got a 17-minute deep dive on Mouse PI.
17 minutes is a lot of time.
Yes, it is. It is indeed. This was more than I have ever seen for this. I remember when we first heard about this, and it was just like one video showing a little bit of the noodly, rubber hose animation. They really went into it here where it's like there's investigation, there's gathering clues, there's like a bar that you can go to where you can play little mini games with people. There's like a place where you can upgrade your guns. They really went into kind of the whole 9 yards about mechanically how the game works. It's very violent.
Yeah, super bloody.
But it looks really good. Like they talked a lot about like the way that the animation was developed. They also discussed things like the soundtrack you can put on a filter that makes it sound like a scratchy old record, like a hissing record.
I would, yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. Every part of this looks really well put together.
The fuck are they watching clips from it in a little old timey theater?
I don't know.
They're like, the vibes are wrong. We have to go to see it on the projector.
Yeah. They did talk a lot about, one of the animation directors was like, yeah, if I ever decided to make something, like if I made somebody move faster, the entire animation team would have to go back and redo it, because you can't just like change the timing on a 3D model. You have to go redraw the walk cycle to be faster. And it was like, yeah.
Oh.
They also talked, it was interesting, they talked about how like, because the game is black and white, I've actually noticed this, that there's like everything, there's like some stuff that's very black and white and very like looks like the main character animation, and then there's a lot of stuff that's in grayscale. And the reason they did that was because they couldn't use any color to designate what you can interact with and what you can't, and so the gray you can't interact with, but the black and white you can.
Smart.
Yep. They also did all these like cool little old-timey like intros.
Yeah.
It all looks great. I'm really hoping that this manages to be a good thing, because it looks like they put a lot of work into it.
Yeah, I gotta say, I did not have a lot of faith when I first saw it, and it's been growing on me.
It seemed at first like it was a gimmick.
Yeah, like a cheap cash grab. Like, I'm not denying that they didn't put a lot of work into it, but I did definitely think they were like, public domain, we'll make money off of that, and not, we have a good idea.
Well, it did come out the first images of it didn't come out that long after Cuphead.
Yeah.
So it was like, people like Cuphead. What if Cuphead was an FPS? And it was like, I mean, maybe, but can you even do that? So, but it looks like it's really shaping up to be a full-fledged game. It looks like it's got an interesting story and everything. And then last week we also got a release date in one of the previous things.
When?
So it's
when?
March 19th of next year. So
we might not even be here then.
So yeah. And that was it. That was the Xbox showcase.
Nice.
We had I think there was a fair amount of stuff in there.
Yeah.
So yeah. I tell you what, I would say we're about 5 minutes short of where we normally knock off. I think we're going to take those 5 minutes and move to the next section, because we're about to get like into the shit.
Oh man,
we got the shit to get into. So I think we're going to take an early break here, and then we are going to come back with more the RageSelect podcast
with some shit.
Here comes the shit. And we're back.
Here we are.
And it's time for that shit that I mentioned before.
Yeah. Do you remember that shit?
Do you remember that shit I was talking about?
That's some good shit.
That was I don't know. Some people might think it's some good shit. I think it's a bad shit, but we'll see what kind of shit it could get up to. Amanda, last week, Microsoft did a weird thing. We got a video.
They did some bullshit.
They did do some bullshit, but that's a few stories ahead. They put out a video of Unreal Engine 5 Halo Combat Evolved. Basically, the original Halo remade in Unreal Engine 5. And it's like it's a very famous level called the Silent Cartographer, that like you're driving around on a beach in warthogs and you're fighting guys and whatever. It's about a minute and a half. And last year we got news that the Unreal, or that the Halo team was like working with Unreal, because Halo has been made in this proprietary engine for a long time. Yeah. Switching over to a new engine would be like a way to basically give them a lot more flexibility with what they could do, because they didn't have to work within the confines of their engine. Yeah. And I was all for it. I was like, okay, sure. Yeah, like quit using these 20-year-old bolted together engines that can't do what you want. If you want to make an open world game and you need an engine, use Unreal. I was a little bit happier with Unreal back then than I am now. But then what they've chosen to do with it is remake Halo 1, a game that I've been playing over and over. Actually, no, not me. I only played Halo 1 once.
Don't lock me in that.
And I was like, never fucking again.
Yeah.
But they're remaking the first Halo, which has come out on the original Xbox, on the Xbox 360, on the PC, and then in the Master Chief Collection, and then like
Does Master Chief look kind of skinny to you in this?
A little bit.
Does he look a little thinner?
A little bit.
Did they put him on Ozempic and I wasn't paying attention?
That's the real controversy here. Is that Master Chief is on that.
Where's it? I remember him being thick, and now he just looks normal.
I hate this. I really don't like this for a lot of different reasons.
You don't like replaying the same shit over and over and over again for decades upon end?
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you all the Sam I Am reasons why I don't like this.
Yeah.
One, this looks so generic now. It just looks like everything else because it's in Unreal Engine 5. It's using all the same Lumen nanite and all the bullshit.
Yeah.
And like they just did it all in Unreal. So yeah, that's Master Chief. But now it's like if you put Master Chief in Fortnite and he looks like he's in Fortnite.
Yeah.
Put Master Chief in Unreal and he looks like he's in Unreal.
Yeah.
I don't want to. I think that Halo got better as it went on, and that a lot of the people. I personally think, okay, listen, I'm not trying to come at anybody, but I think a lot of people played Halo 1 and they were very impressed with it because they played it when they were young and it was mind-blowing. It had a lot of stuff that not a lot of games had. And so they really remember it with fond memories.
Yeah.
And I think it was a good game.
Hell yeah.
But I just don't know about taking this step and then using it to just remake the original, as opposed to doing anything else.
Something new. Get an idea. Try something different.
Remake the original, but make it different.
Yeah.
The thing is, but then they're going back and they're doing so there's a sprint button now. There wasn't a sprint button before. There's a kind of a zoom in iron sights now. There wasn't that in the first game.
Yeah.
They had an extra seat to the Warthog, so you can have up to 4 people because you can play with 2 or 4 co-op partners in this version of the game.
Exciting.
They're adding a bunch of more skulls. Skulls are like modifiers that change things, makes the game a little harder. But let's not beat around the bush. The reason they're doing this is because when this comes out, apparently next year, it's gonna be on PlayStation.
Yeah.
It's gonna be on PlayStation 5 as well as everything else. No multiplayer.
Oh.
Only single player and co-op. No multiplayer. I'm like, why?
Yeah,
Why?
I mean, sure, but
that's part of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Halo
was a lot of people's baby's first.
Everything.
Yeah. First person multiplayer shooty game.
Yeah. I've been complaining for a little while. Amanda, what do you think about this? You got any strong feelings?
Oh, I'm not a Halo girl.
Yeah.
I hated it. I tried it. I was a big gamer back when it came out. At the time, I was playing a lot of stuff, and God, I hated the controls. So flighty. I felt like I would just touch something and
very floaty.
Woo! Yeah, I was just all over the place. I hated it. Yeah, especially because I was real into Call of Duty at the time, and it just the controls felt totally different to me.
Sure,
it was just really tight controls in Call of Duty, and then in Halo it was just I don't know, it felt wrong,
floaty, and
I was just never again, fuck that shit, I'll never fucking play this.
And then you did it,
and then I did. I swear to God, I never touched it again. And I'm an Xbox. I was heavy Xbox person.
Yeah.
And everyone would be like, Halo, am I right? And we're like, fuck you.
But yeah, they're going all in. They're redoing some of the voice lines. Apparently they've re-edited the maps a little bit to make them a little smaller so that they're not so you're just in the combat more often.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just, to me, what it is that I'm fucking tired of being well, we don't know what to do, and we can't make a 6th Halo game because you guys didn't like the last one, and it kind of fucked up the company that made it.
Yeah.
So what if we remake your childhood and then sell it back to you?
Yeah.
What if I cut up these hot dogs and put them inside of the macaroni? You remember that, right?
Yeah.
Right? You love me, right?
It is very baby birding of we're gonna chew it up and then regurgitate it back into your mouth.
Yeah.
And it's.
I mean, I
get it, but the joy was in the multiplayer. I get people like the story and the I'm not saying the single player was bad.
Yeah.
But like the joy was in the multiplayer.
It also doesn't run super good even in their videos. And I'm like, what is the point of making a Halo that looks more generic and runs worse and doesn't have multiplayer? Like, like they already did this with Gears this year when they put Gears on the PlayStation, and Michael and I played it. We were like, okay, check it out. But like, God damn you guys, like fucking, Microsoft. Okay, we're going to transition out of this into Microsoft.
Yeah.
This is fine. Whatever. It's not my bag. I'm not a Halo guy. You're not a Halo gal. Neither one of us are the target audience to be excited for this, right?
So we say hell no to Halo.
if you're a big Halo person and you've got an Xbox, it must be nice to be like, well, there's something that I would be interested in playing, especially if you're a big fan and you don't like the direction that Halo has gone. They're going back to their roots, yada yada. I see the reasons. I just was never. I was always like, well, 7 out of 10. I mean, it's fine. Like So, but like, we've got all this news from Microsoft where they killed Tango Gameworks, they gutted the Elder Scrolls Online thing, they gutted Rare's game, they fired half the people that were on the Halo team. It's like we're remaking Gears of War, even though fucking why? Like there's like 5 Gears of War and the last one ended on a cliffhanger, and I'm still waiting to find out what the fuck happened at the end of it. They killed off the Forza team and then rolled whoever was left into the Forza Horizon team because that's the only one that sells. Like I'm surprised that I think that I'm incredibly surprised. Oh, they also killed off Arcane. That's right. They fucking gutted Arcane after Redfall. I'm surprised that Double Fine still exists.
Yeah,
to be honest.
I know. We keep talking about how it feels like they're ducking, covering, and bullets are just flying over their head. You know what I mean?
I feel like Tim Schafer signed a contract that was like, you can't shut us down for not selling enough units.
Yeah.
I will sell if you will not. There's a line that says like, we are able to do this ROI, but you're not going to expect us to sell Call of Duty numbers, and our team is not going to get fucking broken up and rolled into your Blizzard Activision.
All I'm saying is that people acted like I was fucking crazy for not being psyched that they sold to Microsoft.
Sure.
And it's like, I know, like, come on, man. Every time a good company gets bought out by one of these big fucking companies, it's only a matter of time before they're like, actually, what we're going to do is gut you and sell you for parts.
Yep. I'm really excited that apparently Obsidian, I guess, is like the golden child right now because they put out Avowed earlier this year and they're putting out Outer Worlds 2, like about 2 games in a year. And I'm like, damn, guys.
Well, somebody's got to make new stuff.
I think Avowed was this year. When was Avowed? Avowed.
I'll raise you one question. What is Avowed?
It was this.
No, I'm just kidding. I know what it was.
Oh, yeah. That was
John really liked it.
February. So.
Or no, he didn't like it.
He didn't like it.
You and I played it?
Right. So there was an interview, or they were asked about whether this was going to be like. There was a statement where they talked about how Halo is going to be on the PlayStation moving forward. Like, so this is part of Xbox's push into just like, we're going to put everything on everything and we don't care. Like, there's no such thing as a console exclusive thing anymore.
Sure.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to talk about this one, but
I don't.
This is so stupid.
I already looking at it. I can tell you I don't.
Let's just move on to another thing. Microsoft. So there was another thing that came out recently. This is a Bloomberg story from Jason Schreier, who does a good job of getting insider stuff. Microsoft. Apparently, one of the reasons that all the stuff that I just described is happening is because Microsoft is now looking for a 30% profit off of new titles in their gaming department.
New meaning anything new? Like this Halo game coming out is technically new, but also technically old.
I think it's any new thing that goes on the store. And so basically what this means is that, when they get done with the sales, we don't have any information about the time frame on this. There's some indication that if it's like a live service game, that the time frame might be extended, right? But that like for single player games, it's like in a very kind of limited window. They are looking to get a 30% profit within X time window for any game that comes out. Now, to be clear, 17 to 22% is industry standard for like good games that come out. I was going to ask
if we know what. Yeah,
this is much higher than even really successful games because you have a lot of money that goes in development, marketing, etc. when it comes out.
Is that one of those like if we want Microsoft gaming side to still be around, we have to make 30%, or is this a some guy up high not knowing what the fuck he's talking about and just assuming that you can make that kind of money on every single game that you make?
I think the narrative in my head, and I don't know, but from everything that I've seen when it comes to behind the scenes stuff and whatever, is that Xbox went on a spending spree for 2 years and they bought so many companies. And then they spent the $69 billion on Activision Blizzard. And around that time, like I got the impression that for a while, the Xbox division has been kind of left to its own devices, right? Yep. They don't make a huge profit, but they don't make a huge loss. And they're kind of just working their thing. And then in the 360 days, they were doing better. And the Xbox One days, they were doing worse. Well, whatever. But that like when they spent Microsoft's actual money, like actual amount of money, that eventually somebody was like, okay, it's time for you to pay that $69 billion back.
Yeah.
Like, it's time for you to pay that $69 billion plus dollars back because you also bought Arcane, Bethesda, id Software, Double Fine. Like, you go down the list, right?
Yeah.
They bought a lot of fucking companies. And that I don't think, if you look at the Xbox's lineup, that it's like Xbox sales are still third. Forever.
Yeah.
They've been this entire generation. They've been third. They have no market in Asia. They have no market in Europe. Nintendo and Sony both just like own those two markets. Their market share in the United States has gone down as it's gone down, they keep changing directions over and over again. They keep going like, well, the cloud, well, the handheld, well, it's a premium service, well, it's a subscription service, well, it's, and that what we're seeing now is that somebody at Microsoft is like, you have to start posting profits.
Yeah.
Like, you must start posting profits. And so every single thing that is coming out now is on that track, right? In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if that's why the focus is on put out Halo 1 again. That's a moneymaker, even if it's not going to make as much money as it did originally.
Yeah.
There's enough people with nostalgia that will go buy it.
There's enough people who only had PlayStations that will now buy it to get that vibe, I guess.
mean, to be really clear, like, I talk a lot about stuff on here. The video game industry as a whole is still very profitable.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
Lots of people buy lots of video games. Or no, that's not true. A small group of people buy a lot of video games.
Yeah.
Most people don't. But the thing is that it's not a $10 movie ticket. It's a $70 video game. And so if you get people like me that buy like a $70 video game every week, even though I'm in a different circumstance than other people, but people that are willing to do that, it's a much higher, you don't have to hit as hard. Like, it doesn't have to be a global sensation. You can really make your money back without too much, as long as the production budgets don't get out of whack.
Yeah.
But this does mean, though, that I think this is a terrible idea right now.
Yeah.
Because Microsoft is in third place. The Xbox community is so fucking mad at Microsoft with putting Gears and Halo and that stuff on the PlayStation.
Yeah.
Because they really do care about, like, I bought an Xbox to play Halo, and also I don't like, I've got the console, console wars affiliation.
Yeah.
And then, like, fuck the PlayStation. The Xbox is the best.
Yeah.
And you've encouraged that for a decade. And now you're like, well, we need money, so we're going to put the shit out on the PlayStation.
And they go, like, why can't we all just get along? And it's like, no, you can't just tell us to fight each other and then all of a sudden be like, psych, psych, psych.
Yeah. So the thing is that as they raise the prices of everything, Game Pass, console, stupid handheld that just put out, in this economy, I think you're going to make less. You're going to have fewer people. Like, why would I buy the Outer Worlds for $70 when I could buy 1 month of Game Pass for $20? I think 30 is for Ultimate, but I think there's a shorter. No, you have to buy Ultimate for $30 and play that
and
Avowed
games
and Halo and Forza and all those things. Like, you've already set yourself up for your market to be like broader with people spending less money, and then you raise the price of everything.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It could work out for them. Like I like if I was a regular consumer, that would be Game Pass would be on the chopping block for me as a $30 a month. Like that's a lot.
Yeah.
So
it is.
Yeah, we'll see.
Who knows, man? This fucking world, I feel like we're months away from everyone being like, I can't afford anything.
Yeah. Also, there's been a lot of scuttlebutt that's been coming out about what the next Xbox is going to look like.
Yeah.
Sarah Bond, I believe, 2 weeks ago was on a podcast where she said it's going to be ultra premium, meaning it's going to cost more than even the current $650 Xbox Series X. And then last week,
what was their handheld going for? Do you remember? It was like
$1,000.
$1,000. Oh,
but, let's be honest. They did come out and say this, and Asus built that, and they put the price tag on it. Like, and those non-Steam Deck handhelds, I've seen them as high as like $2,500 for one of those. That's
no,
like really...
I'm just like if you're saying premium, I'm assuming we're gonna hit 2,000.
I don't know, because here's the thing:
1,500. It would has to be more than their handheld.
There's an interview with Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella about this, where basically he says that what they're looking to do with the next Microsoft console is make it like also a PC. And use all of the stuff that has happened with like the Steam Deck and the Steam front ends and stuff like that to basically make it so that, yes, you can play, because it's already mostly a PC.
Yeah.
To be like, well, you can play Xbox games on here, but if you bought Ghost of Tsushima on Steam, this will also run Steam. And now you can play the PlayStation games they put out on the PC. You can play Spider-Man on your TV through the PC hardware that's in this Xbox. And all they have to do is make enough of a Windows front end that can install that software, let you sign in. But traditionally, like, PC gaming has its own set of
standards,
problems,
and market, and
which is one of the reasons the Steam Deck has been so interesting, because they kind of got a standardized set of hardware that's pretty good for a lot of games, right? But if Microsoft is trying to pixel out, ray trace out frames per second the PlayStation, then you might be looking at you got it like $1,000 to $1,500 console.
Yeah. And
then you go like, but okay, now you're getting into like the why don't I just buy a computer side of it.
Yeah, there has to be
especially if you're going to be looking at the same like compatibility requirements and like does it run well kind of stuff that you're looking at with a computer. I don't know if they could just make it work. Like if it can be flawless, like you just log into your Steam account and it's like, hey, these games work, these games don't.
Yeah.
And it says that if we say it works, it runs fine.
Yeah.
And you just load it up, no problem, no muss, no fuss, good to go.
That sounds risky as fuck. Like it just sounds like they, one of those, we came up with a great idea. That doesn't necessarily mean it's gonna. The reality of it is going to happen.
A lot of it will be in the execution, just like you said, whether it works.
Yeah. Also, the console has to look cool.
Well,
stop giving me fucking black bricks and gray nothings.
Yeah. There was also a rumor that I believe directly ties into this, that whatever the next Xbox is will finally break you have to have the subscription for multiplayer thing. So, right now it's like you have to have an Xbox Live subscription in order to do multiplayer. Same with PlayStation, same with Nintendo. Yeah. Everybody charges for that shit. Rumor has it that the next Xbox may not. That would make sense if you are going to install Steam games, because Steam does not charge for multiplayer.
Yeah.
So if you are moving to more of a PC-fronted perspective, like
that might be kind of nice, actually, like to turn it's a rare occasion that any business is like, what if we didn't charge you for the thing that other people are charging you for?
Well, the reason that I think that you hear about this is the only thing that makes sense to me is what I just said, because it's like, well, if you can't, then you're like, hey, everybody, we decided not to charge you anymore. And it's like, no, I know that you are not allowed to charge me anymore. Or that this is a better way to entice people into that service. So
I like it.
I don't know. We'll see. Apparently, like next year, we're going to start getting the real rumblings for the next both of these.
Really?
PS6, Xbox Series. I mean,
Jesus Christ, man! I don't even have money for the pads. This is the first time, this first generation, that we didn't get all the generations.
Oh,
like
yeah.
we haven't gotten a PlayStation
or a Switch 2
or a Switch 2. I mean, in fairness, the Switch 2 just came out.
Yeah.
Like, give me a minute, Jeff.
I don't know what your problem is over here not having a fucking Switch 2. I haven't touched mine in 3 weeks.
Yeah, I could steal yours and it would be another month before you realize it was gone.
Almost certainly. I had to look to make sure it was even there. All right.
I'm like shoving it in my jacket. Like,
let's see. We gotta. Okay, so let's move off of some of the more dire stuff into some of the like more question mark stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Last week was Fallout Day. They had Fallout Day, where it was like I think it's
you don't
like,
celebrate.
I don't celebrate Fallout Day. I'm sorry. I'm agnostic. No, I celebrate Souls Giving, not Fallout Day. So, they didn't announce very much. It was kind of a weirdness, a weird thing.
Nothing.
Yep. There's been a Fallout 3 remake rumored for years. Mm-hmm. I was like, this would be perfect. You've got the new Fallout show coming in December. It's Fallout Day. Nope. Instead, they're doing that bullshit thing where they basically take Fallout 4 and they put all the DLCs and then they take a bunch of the mods that the community has made and they package it all together into the Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition.
Look at that. We took other people's work and then we put it together and said, yay, you got new things.
Also, it's coming to Switch 2. So, huzzah.
Fuck yeah. In 6 years, when I can afford a Switch 2, I will be sure to download it.
They also announced Fallout New Vegas Limited Edition 15th Anniversary Bundle for PC.
It just feels like the same games are getting released over and over again, Jeff.
So, this comes with the big box and a little statue of the robot guy from the game.
That looks like Claptrap.
Sort of.
He was blue Claptrap.
Way before Claptrap. He's got more shoulder pads than Claptrap.
Claptrap, if he was blue and played football.
There's a Vault Boy pin. There's some cards. There's some patches for the various factions of the game. And there's a code to download Fallout New Vegas with all of its DLC on Steam. How much do you think this package is?
Ah, fuck. Okay, before I guess, tell me, is it more than I probably think or less than I probably think?
It's more than you probably think.
$565.
It's less than you probably think.
It's $255.
It's $150.
Okay.
But the thing...
I just assume everyone's trying to swindle us at this point. Do you know what I mean?
Well, they are.
Yeah.
Because that's $150 for those things I just said. A statue, some trading cards, a pin, and some patches.
Statues like that go for a stupid amount of money.
This game on Steam right now is $10.
Yeah.
This game and all the DLC on Steam right now is $20. Like, just go play Fallout New Vegas.
But this comes with patches.
Yes, but this has patches, iron-on patches,
pin,
and a little robot statue.
Definitely not Claptrap statue.
Definitely not Claptrap. Yeah, whatever.
He won't even be funny.
Whatever.
He won't even be voiced by Jack Black. What are you going to do?
Okay, so wait, here's the thing.
Yes.
So... The Outer Worlds 2 is coming out. People found this very interesting. So if you there's the regular version, and then there's like the collector's edition that's got all the DLC, and it's like $100, right? What's interesting is much like with Starfield, if you have Xbox Game Pass, you can buy the like $30 upgrade that upgrades the Game Pass version to the Game of the Year version. But the funnier thing is that the Outer Worlds 2 will mock you if you do this. It gives you an achievement, or it gives you a perk called consumerism. It's a flaw, actually. And it says, the text of it is literally, you're the reason our marketing works. Promotions and sales have riddled your brain, and you're more interested in buying the next big thing than financial planning. And if you accept it, you get minus 15% to vendor prices, but also minus 10% to all selling stuff back. So, I don't know. I'm appreciating...
We get tickled by their flaws, their perks and their flaws. They're so silly.
They're great.
I like the sneaking one where your knees crack when you bend down. That's the relatable. Finally, a character that truly... connects to me.
And then last but not least, in Microsoft news, not in this whole, we got way further to go here. Yeah.
We're done here?
Black Ops 6 is free to play right now.
Huzzah.
Do you want to know why?
Why?
Because this week, Battlefield Shadow dropped their battle royale called RageSelect.
Oh.
And,
trying to keep you away from it.
Microsoft and Call of Duty have been kind of little bitches when Battlefield 6 launched.
Yeah.
They put Call of Duty for free for like a weekend, the same weekend that it launched. They finished their betas the day it came out, and then turned on the you can play the campaign for free all weekend. Black Ops 6.
Didn't Battlefield do a Call of Duty?
They did.
The Zac Efron trailer too. So it's a little back and forth.
It's a little back and forth. This is the new battle royale. It's a separate thing from the game because it's free to play.
Yeah.
So you don't have to buy Battlefield 6. People actually are really liking the map because it's this big kind of. It's this big little city.
Like a cityscape, yeah.
Yeah, and you could drive around. And it's a big map. It's got this big fire ring that closes in on you. Apparently, you can't stand in the ring at all. Like, if that ring touches you, you just die.
Yeah, it turns out, just like fire, don't just fucking stand in it, you weirdos.
I wish that they would have done something else for the water, because the fire is also coming through the water.
Yeah, well, whatever.
But it looks pretty cool. People like how big the map is. Yeah, it's in the Battlefield engine. We had some leaks about this before. It looks like a pretty decent battle royale game that's free to play.
Yeah, I think if you like Battlefield, it's probably dope as fuck to play.
Now, let me tell you why everybody's mad.
Everyone's always mad. God, guys, chill.
This time they've got a point.
Is valid? So,
Battlefield does unlocks, and the unlocks are based on XP. And there's a series of goals that when you log in that you are supposed to do to get XP.
Yeah.
When you log into regular Battlefield 6 multiplayer, it's like complete one match in RedSec, like complete 4 matches with friends in RedSec, and people are like, I bought Battlefield to play Battlefield in Battlefield.
Yeah.
I didn't buy it to play Call of Duty Battle Royale on some other app.
That is fair.
So, and they're like, well, you could just re-roll it. They're like, I did, and they gave me more red set goals than it did Battlefield goals.
There should be like a toggle to turn that shit off for them.
Well, but they want you to play it.
Yeah,
they want you to go play it.
They're trying to force it into you. Yeah.
So, of course, they're trying to do that.
Nobody could just be cool, huh?
They said they're trying to work on it. To be clear, Battlefield 6 has they've been doing pretty good. They've been reactive to the audience, so that's nice. Because there was a couple of other things that happened. Oh, also, one of the things that Battlefield 6 people are mad about is that map is really big, and that map is not available in Battlefield 6. And people think that the conquest maps in Battlefield 6 are too small. They want bigger maps, and they're like, this map would be incredible to play conquest on.
Toss that shit over here.
Yeah. To your paying customers as opposed to your free-to-play customers.
Yeah.
So one of the things we didn't talk about last week was that Battlefield was putting out some skins to purchase. And then this one skin that was called Wicked Grin, and it was, you could see, it's a character, and they're very blue. They're very light blue. And everybody did not like that because Battlefield had said that they were going to try to keep their skins grounded, and they weren't going to put in fucking Roger from American Dad and Nicki Minaj. And people were like, well, this is like a dude wearing bright teal in the middle of a battlefield. This is not realistic looking.
Okay.
And I think that they've got a little bit of a point in being vigilant about it, of like, they're right now listening to us.
Yeah.
So if we make a stink about it now, we can probably get it changed. Over the weekend, they changed it. They didn't take it out. It's just not
like
blue.
Darker. Yeah. I was
it's just green now, and it looks more like camo.
Yeah.
So
you guys really want everybody to look exactly the same, huh?
You know what? I'm for it, because then they can't make all their money off of dumbass microtransactions.
That's true.
If everybody's like, why would I even buy that? It looks almost identical to the normal shit that you wear in the game.
Yeah.
They also had another thing where there was a bunch of unlocks. So like a character class would have an unlock of like a gadget. The the example given here is the assault class has like a gadget that unlocks that's a mobile spawn point that they could put down. When the game launched, there were specific like tasks that you had to do to unlock these, and they were considered incredibly irritating because they were a lot. So, for example, the Assault 1 with Assault was you had to get 30 kills while using this like adrenaline injector, which was a thing that gives you like a 10-second bonus. But like in Battlefield, you never know when you're going to come around the corner. Like it's hard to know when you're about to get into a fight.
That timing is not easy.
So like people were really struggling. Okay, they changed that to 3. But here's the other one is Deadeye 2 for snipers was get 150 headshot kills over 200 meters. Which is like, okay, I guess.
Yeah.
Now it's 5.
Wow. The drop down, this is one of those, like, they didn't play test it with people that hadn't been working on it kind of thing, where it's like, yeah, I could do that. I could do that with my eyes closed. It's like, right. Well, you also developed the game, so you
But
know
what about Jeff?
Yeah.
Could Jeff do that? I'm like, nope, and I quit. I'm going to go play fucking Absalom.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's good. Some people have also thought that they've swung a little bit too far in the opposite direction.
I was going to say, that sounds really easy, but there's always like a balance.
With multiplayer games, you got to kind of
counterbalance thing.
You got to kind of go back
there's always
forth.
that like they nerfed him and they made him OP, and then the next update they nerfed the OP guy, and it's fine. It'll work itself out.
There was it was a strange financial story. So Counter-Strike 2 has skins, like knife skins, gun skins, stuff like that in their marketplace. Then they let people trade back and forth over their marketplace. Valve takes a cut of everything that gets traded. It is huge because it's a loot box system still.
Yeah.
You buy keys to unlock loot boxes. Those loot boxes could have skins, or they could have like these kind of garbage parts, or a lot of different things, right? Rare skins sell for a lot. Over the weekend, Valve made an update to Counter-Strike 2 that basically allowed you to take the low-ranked garbage that I was talking about. You could take 5 of those and turn them into a skin.
Oh.
And it immediately made all the low-ranked garbage shoot up in price, and all of the high-ranked skins shoot down in price because they were much easier to get.
Do you think it was kind of delightful for Valve to fuck with a little tiny economy?
I don't know. The people, like, this is I will never financially
recover from the little bits and bobs from Counter-Strike 2.
There's a lot of people in this story that are saying like, oh my God, my entire inventory is worthless now. And it's like, are you planning to retire on Counter-Strike skins, bro? There was one person, though, who put out... He says, how do I explain this to the IRS? And he just had a whole bucket that he was throwing the garbage into.
Yeah.
And then the sell price of it went from like a few $100s to $3 million.
Oh my God.
When the price went up because he had so many of them. So it's like stock market chaos in the Counter-Strike community.
Interesting.
Right now. And I was like, okay. I don't know why we're allowing there to be something with this much market capital.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we're fine with like NFTs and fucking meme stocks and shit. So the entire thing is a joke anyway. Sure. Put all your retirement into fucking Counter-Strike weapon skins.
Also, I don't know what goddamn retirement.
Well, there's that too.
I'm going to put my $40 that I have in the bank right now into Counter-Strike 2.
Yeah. Let's see. Speaking of something that's going to wipe out a bunch of people's livings, YouTube has said that they're going to start. This is when it hits a little close to home. They're basically going to start age restricting like violent content from video games in YouTube videos.
Yeah.
It used to be that they would restrict violent content for a lot of other things, but like YouTube videos, and then I think specifically like fiction movies or something like that, or like animated. It was, games and animated were like exempt from that. And now it's like, well, if you
the fucking bullshit moms are winning this round.
I'm trying to think if you're if if we play a game where you hit somebody and their arm comes off, and then I just walk up to their corpse and just keep hitting it to see the blood come out and see it decapitated, my shit will probably get age gated. Now, I don't really care because, let's be honest here, RageSelect is watched by fans of RageSelect. Like, no 8-year-olds that like Roblox are finding RageSelect.
Yeah.
So we already went through the adpocalypse and the age gate thing and all the rest of that.
Yeah.
And my shit is all marked as not safe for kids anyway. And even when a video gets limited advertisements on it, it's not like any of them go viral anyway.
Yeah.
But this is a pretty big, this is just one of those things that I hate to see when Twitch or YouTube is like, we're going to make a change that's going to fuck up a lot of people.
Yeah.
Just, because.
Yeah.
Because.
And they don't listen. So, like, even if you're like, all the creators are like, actually, this is really bad and it's not going to be done right and it's going to fuck a lot of people over and it's going to fuck up a lot of small creators over.
Yep.
They don't care.
They don't care.
They don't listen. They never have. They never will.
Very true.
They're not listening right now.
And you might be listening to this podcast on YouTube.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
That's nuts.
We live in a world where the place doesn't even listen to us.
As somebody who makes some amount of money, I mean, most of it's patreon.com/RageSelect, but like I make some amount of money on YouTube.
Just
I find it
enough for Popeyes.
I found a way to put together deals at Popeyes for $10 that would have gotten me 3 tenders, 3 sides, 2 biscuits, and a chicken sandwich. And I was like, I cannot hit checkout on this. Like, that is just too much goddamn Popeyes.
I was going to tell you this off air, but we went to Popeyes yesterday and they had like a deal and it just said special of the day.
Yep.
And so I got it and John got his own thing. And they were like, yeah, so it was 1 whatever John got and 1 toucan dined. And I was like, oh. 2 can dine, but only 1's going to. Like,
this is why I keep saying they're trying to kill me at Popeyes.
Seriously.
Also, I've realized that at Popeyes, when they say a 3-piece, those motherfuckers just throw another piece in there to make up for it. Like if they say 3 tenders, you're getting 4 tenders. And because I kept going, I need more than 3 tenders, and it's like, you're getting more than 3 tenders. Quit ordering fucking 3 more meals on top of what you're ordering. Anyway, I wish that YouTube, like whenever there's a problem, the idea that the best way to get an issue where YouTube fucks something up resolved is to like tweet at them and hope that it gains enough shaming public attention that they do something about it, or that like only the people that are the most popular of all time have like a rep or somebody at YouTube, considering it's a fucking huge company that's also attached to another huge company. Like, god damn, you guys. But there have
been plenty of times when like YouTube has done something that fucked over large creators and the little guys, and the large creators that have reps or contact within YouTube will get ghosted. They're just like, they don't, of any place, YouTube do not give fuck. Like, that is full stop, not what they care about.
Absolutely. Speaking of people that are mad on YouTube right now,
me?
There's a bunch of the top Sims creators.
My Sims creators that I watch are
taking off. Yeah, they're leaving the EA internal program for it. There's one called Plumbella. There's one called Lil Simmy or something. And they're like, we don't agree with the sale to the Saudi investment fund and those people, and so we're gonna go ahead and we're taking off. Like
they did, like the girl, they're like sisters, and they put out like a whole, it feels like a little
one
like
of those Twitter things.
Yeah, like a long letter to like say like why, and they haven't been posting content because they're trying to find a new what they want to do now to post content.
Inzoy.
God. But they were like wrote, and one of the things that they said in it was something to the extent of like, we hope EA can like learn from this and like rectify the issue. And I'm like, they can't undo the sale because some Sims people don't want it to happen.
There is, I mean, like, I don't think it's a thing, but they do have to do the sale. Like, it's not like they just decided to do this $20 billion sale and like, or $50 billion sale. And then it was just like, oh, it's done. Right. Like, you don't just do that right away. However, the current political climate that we live in, as long as EA talks some sugar about our president at some point, I don't know, put him in FIFA or something.
Yeah.
Like, then they'll just be like, yeah, do whatever he wants. Do rubber stamp whatever comes through.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I don't know. We'll see if this makes any difference. I personally, there was a story a little while back that was talking about what properties EA might sell off in order to pay off the leverage debt that was on them.
Yeah.
And The Sims is still like a core thing where it would have to be like, a big, like they would sell it for a lot of
money,
it'd be like a, $5 billion sale to another company for the rights to The Sims. But then the question that I put out there, and we'll see, is, does this sale mean that content in The Sims gets changed? There's a lot of gay content in The Sims. There's a lot of stuff in The Sims that probably doesn't match up with the political leanings of the people that have purchased EA.
Yeah.
And the question is, are they smart enough to be like, no,
just let it
let it alone?
It's a very successful, but
especially because it's all already in there, so you would have to take it out and then break people's games.
Yeah.
And that would just be like, oh, you're shining a spotlight on what you're doing, and the backlash could be bad.
Yeah.
So
very bad.
Okay. All right. Let's marathon through. Can't really marathon. Okay. Well,
you promised them the minutes that we saved in the last one.
No, I'm counting that.
Okay.
We're already almost at 45.
Oops.
Amazon has Amazon laid off like 14,000 people last week.
Yeah.
Talking about AI, a bunch of AI bullshit that they want to do. And they, part of that was that their gaming division had one game. Amazon managed to get one game right. They put out like 5 and they were all bad or shut down or whatever, or they got canceled. There was one game called The New World that was like an MMO. That they put out, I think it was like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And as of them, I mean, like, we don't know. I can tell you that 14,000 people were fired, and that's some bullshit, especially because they specifically came out and said, well, we had a record year. We're firing these people because we're retasking jobs to AI. And it's like, don't just fucking say it. Like, pretend for God's sake. Pretend like we're all stupid.
Give it like a reason, not just because fuck people and no humans.
Business realities on the ground change from time to time, and sometimes, even though we fill all of our employees are family,
I feel like if you asked ChatGPT, it would have told you to not fucking bring up AI.
Right. But one of the things that happened then was that the New World is no longer getting content updates, is no longer sustainable, and will be operational until about April of 2026. So,
wow.
There was a bunch of people online that were like, "I just bought that game. It's been a few years
now,
and it's finally developed into a good game, and so I wanted to buy it, and then they were like, nope, we're shutting it down. Going to show that you cannot trust any of these motherfuckers at all for any fucking reason. I was reading this story, Amanda.
Yes, sir.
And here's what I thought to myself. Why are you shutting down the New World? Shouldn't you be using AI to continue supporting a successful game? If firing humans and just using AI to build everything in your game is how you're going to do this moving forward,
then
and your
game
has a bunch of people in it,
yeah.
why are you not using the AI in order to leave 2 guys and a fucking Midjourney and ChatGPT prompt and just run it? If that is where we are going, then why do we both get the people fired and the game turned off?
Because it doesn't really work.
Well, yep, that's why I think. That's what I think. But
that bubble is going to fucking pop, and I'm going to laugh. I might be on fire with everyone, but I'm going to be laughing when I'm in hell. You assholes.
As I bleed out with hell from hell's heart, I stab at thee.
I'm going to look like the goddamn tar man laughing at all of you as you die too, you pieces of shit. This fucking sucks. I hate it here.
Also, yeah, I know. I always bring you on when it's like the worst. I'm never just like, hey, it's all bright sunshine and rainbows. Also, we got the news apparently, like internally when this was all happening, there was some scuttlebutt that came out of this and I don't know how to say this. I don't know why. I know how to say this. Amazon internally for the last 5 years has been like, we're going to compete with Steam. We're going to try to be a competitor to Steam. And I'm like, how?
Yeah, why would you?
Why?
That's shooting for the stars.
Well, like, did they have a platform where I could buy digital games?
Yeah. No.
I think they did.
Did they?
I think part of Luna, their streaming software, actually had places that you could buy a game.
Yeah.
But like, guys, I buy a lot of shit on Amazon, and like, I never saw an ad for Luna.
And they push shit all the time.
Absolutely. I look it up. I look up games to make links to put into the YouTube stuff. And I'm like, I never saw that. I didn't see that. I was thinking about like, hey, you know what? If you wanted to compete with Steam, what I would do is I would make sure that every single new release game was in stock at every Amazon fulfillment center, and that we were willing to eat it by paying drivers so that like if I wanted to play Outer Worlds 2, I could order a physical copy at 11 and get it by 5.
Yeah.
Like, that would have been a great way to interfere with Steam, because you could have people who like physical copies be able to get it. But the thing is that when a game came out, you tried to order on Amazon and be like, oh yeah, it'll be there next week. And I was like, what?
Oh, why? Yeah.
Fuck you. Like, no.
Yeah.
So anyway, and then let's see, the CEO, seeing of bad stuff happening, the CEO of Remedy is stepping down as, Firebreak was no good, and I feel like every single one of us was saying that from the very beginning of this project. Like, why are you doing this? Narrative studio, why are you making an online multiplayer game? This doesn't look very good. Maybe it'll be proved wrong. And then it came out and it was like, this is okay, but not good enough to take me off of my other games.
Yeah.
So yes.
Don't. I feel like if they had just pitched it early to audiences, I mean, like, hey, what would you guys think if we did like a multiplayer? Everyone would be like, no.
Well, most of the Remedy games are either very story rich or they're very powers rich, right? If you had a game where like me and 4 people could third person.
This was a delicious combination of neither.
Right. Yeah. And it was like, well, there's no story, but also the gameplay kind of sucks.
Right. But like it had puppet vignettes, and that is enough for me. So yeah, I love them and I want to make them, and I want them now. None of the people who step down or people replacing them are, I don't know. Nobody would recognize any of these names. So yeah, the only name from Remedy I recognize is Sam Lake. That's all, the only one that matters. So as long as he's not stepping down, we're good. Yep. And last but not least, Amanda. If he steps down, I'm killing myself. Last but not least, this was a thing that came up last week. Okay, listen. This is somebody on Twitter that is trying to make people angry. What? Rage bait? That never works on Twitter. Yep. And this is like this guy. He's like a tech bro dude. What? Like a blue check mark that gets paid for all the interaction he gets, whether it's positive or negative? Rage baiting somebody? Or what? And he put out this tweet called AI games are going to be amazing. And it's this like weird thing where like none of it makes any sense and everything keeps going. It's just like a choose your own adventure thing at the bottom. Yeah. And what's rendered is like the individual elements of it are pretty decent graphics. Yeah. But things keep going crazily wrong. Yeah. Like as you do stuff, things will disappear and appear. Dream logic. Yep. And none of it works, but it's all like a first person shooter, like a Tom Clancy game. And okay, so here's the thing. But it's third person. And then it like switches. And then I don't understand what's happening in most of it. Yeah. He's on the wrong side of the pole. It's completely bizarre. Yeah. It's actually kind of entertaining how bizarre it is because things keep like disappearing and appearing. Yeah. And it's like somewhat realistic, but also so uncannily wrong. Yeah. At the same time that it's almost, you can't wait to see what happens next because it's so fucking weird. Yeah, I'm gonna throw up. And just like a rage throw. This guy has a website where you can actually play this. But right now it's all canned unless you put in you have to use your API key for Google's AI in order to see
in order to go down certain paths because it's going to render it in real time, but you have to pay for that because you have to pay for it.
No.
Here's the thing, Amanda. I put this up here, and I was like, so this is another example. This one is not as military related.
Mm-hmm.
I would be interested in trying this out if I could program it to be a horror game. Because the way that it generates this nightmare dream,
the logic really,
like that guy's got 3 hands, like
one hand holding the flashlight, 2 hands doing something else.
Like the idea that every 3 seconds it gives you some weird dumb chat GPT choices, and you pick one of them, and then it renders some kind of completely inexplicable nightmare nonsense.
Yeah,
I kind of am like interested. Like I would probably play this for an hour just to see what kind of fucking craziness came out of it.
Yeah, there's like a lot of TikToks that do AI just like randomness, and you get like a lot of backrooms videos and stuff from it, and some of the horror stuff is actually really intriguing to watch. Like I don't know, right now there's a bunch of like I'm trying to be funny with AI, or I'm trying to be cute animal stuff with AI, and it's like I guess it's just weird and dumb and scary in a like the way people believe anything online kind of way.
It's scary because some of it looks really like it's hard to tell.
Yeah. My mom sent me an AI video yesterday.
Yeah.
And I was just like, do I tell her? Like, am I now the asshole that has to be like, you're looking at AI or like?
Did you see that one with the cat and the shotgun?
No.
I don't know if I can find this.
There's so many regularly.
Yeah.
Like there's penguin giving a woman a pebble.
Yeah.
And it looks real, and it's like, but wrong, and it's like, yeah, man, it's AI.
Yeah, this one.
Oh, yeah. No, but
it actually looks kind of like semi-realistic.
Yeah, it almost looks like a cat on a string. You know what I mean? Where they would just, that. Also, look for that Sora. I mean, you guys probably know, but the Sora watermark is the deadest of giveaways when it looks really real, and it's like, but Sora is plastered across it.
Yeah.
I'm so mad that I came up with the idea of being AI generated for Halloween like 4 days ago, but I can do it. I know how I can do it, and by the time Halloween rolls around next year, we'll all be dead, and it won't matter.
Yeah.
But like, I'm so mad that I didn't think of it early enough.
Yeah, with that, we're going to go ahead and take a break. We got a bunch more trailers for some cool new stuff that's coming out when we come back.
Positive things?
Yes.
Positive things.
And a lot of it is cool-looking horror games.
Nice.
So good job, everybody. We'll be right back. We'll talk to you in just a minute.
Here we are.
And that means it's time for trailers. We got a lot of trailers. We're starting off with, there's a little tease this week. Apparently, Fortnite's Halloween content, the next thing that they're putting in is some Simpsons stuff.
And a little Treehouse of Horror.
Yeah, a little thing with Kodos and what's-his-face, the alien guys.
Yeah.
So
was that a Simpson Hatsune Miku?
I think it's one of the characters from Fortnite because they had like the fish guy earlier on. It's not out yet, but they also had a little footage from. There's all kinds of leaks and stuff with the aliens like flying around the bus as it goes around. So probably next up on the list.
Fun.
Yep. Coming November 1st.
Oh my God, the fish guy with 3 eyes makes so much sense.
Oh yeah,
they did it was like in just like the end shot of the like this is coming out on whatever, and it just like blew my mind for a second.
We also got, because we're getting close to Call of Duty time, we got the Replacer series of trailers. I don't know if you're familiar with the Replacer. It's what's his face, that one dude. God, okay, hold on. And it's like the concept of it is that everybody is playing Call of Duty, and so he goes and does everybody's job.
Oh.
And it's played by, I can never remember this actor's name. This guy.
Yeah.
Wait, no,
it just send you right to the same one. Oh, I do remember the
So yeah, this year they have a whole like storyline where the old replacer goes to space because he's driving a rocket that has like Logan Paul and like some other influencers and a monkey on it. And so while he's in space, he calls Terry Crews and I don't remember this lady's name. She's like a comic of some sort. And to be the new replacers.
Yeah.
And so then they have a few different videos where they're like, I don't know, what was the one? I laughed at one of them, and it was where they're baristas, and this guy comes in and he orders a really complicated coffee order from Terry Crews, and he's like, black coffee for Chad, and he's like, that's not what I ordered. He's like, yeah, you did. Then he hands it over to the other lady, and she just pours like beans into the cup, and then she goes, coffee for Chode, black coffee for Chode, and he's like, it's Chad. He's like, it says Chode, and then he leaves, and Terry Crews is like, the tip jar's right there, Chode. So I appreciate these because they just get to have fun.
Delightful.
They
Yeah.
had one though. The last one was a gender reveal party. But at the gender reveal party, this escape pod from the rocket crashes on Terry Crews, and it's the original guy.
Came back.
And Terry Crews is all busted up, and he's like, did I make you proud, Dad? And he's like, no, not really. And then they continue on with him and the lady. So like it was pretty fun.
Yeah,
it was just some fun stuff.
Yeah.
I don't want to play Call of Duty, but I'll watch that.
You could make that a TV show and I'd watch it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh, dude, that would be a great TV show.
Yeah. That's one of those one season early 90s television shows that only John remembers. Yep. That's 100% the premise.
And you can have a bunch of different people. Like you have this guy, but you have like H. John Benjamin with his like voice just being like deadpan and stuff. It'd be great.
I'm in.
Yeah. So.
HBO, call us. We'll get this shit settled.
Please give us money, HBO, for something. I don't care what it is. I just need to retire.
Yeah, genuinely. I'll shut up if you pay me. Patreon.com/RageSelect.
Yeah. We also had the launch trailer for Arc Raiders. So this is the newest extraction shooter. I don't know if you know what an extraction shooter is.
That's where you shoot things and then extract the bullets back out of them.
This is where you go out into the world and then you like...
I already hate it.
You get resources. Like in a 3-person group, you go out, you get resources. In this world, there's like a bunch of robots that have taken over the surface.
Sure.
So you have to go out and fight them. And then you bring the resources back and then you use them to build like new weapons and upgrades and stuff.
Yeah.
The big thing is that there's also other teams out there and they can help you or they can shoot you.
What are the odds anyone's going to help you?
Well, apparently, like, I don't know. This is my inclination is that nobody's going to help you, but then also it's possible that like they also have resources and they don't want to risk them of trying to jump you for your resources because I was watching some live streams of this and like the inventory is very limited, so you could be like, well, I have a full load, I can't take anything. Like this guy might have better stuff, but but then the big thing is that if you lose your stuff, you just lose it. You have to start over again.
Gone.
But I was playing, there's a single player game that came out last week called Escape from Duckov that's like and I finally started to understand a little bit about it, where it's like you get in that game, it's a single player game. You get one shot to go back and pick up your stuff. And then if you lose, you got to start over again. But the trick is that there's a shop that upgrades so you can buy new equipment. You're not starting all the way over. You're starting from like where you've upgraded to.
Okay.
So like you do your upgrades and then the shop will sell level 3 guns. So instead of going with a level 1 gun next time, you can just buy a level 3 gun with the stuff that you've got left over and start from there.
Yeah.
So it's not like as much of a... I was under the impression that it's like, and then if you lose it, you lose everything, and you go back to square one.
Yeah,
and the idea
there's
that
little like save points between everything.
Yeah, that you're using those resources to build a way to get back faster means that it's less onerous. Even though last weekend in Escape from Duckov, I would die. And then I would immediately go back and try to get my stuff, and then I would die a second time real quick because the game would throw something that I needed at me, and I'd be like, "Oh, why don't you just go get that real quick?" And then it would be like, "Nope, there's a super boss there. Fuck you." So, which is even more emasculating when it's a little duck guy with a shotgun. So,
not my little duck.
Anyway,
I don't know why, but for some reason, the thing that triggered in my head is that they should make if they make a new Twisted Metal because of what the TV show is, it should be an extraction shooter versus a tournament, because the whole point of it is like these camps of people surviving and then being out in the road, going out to get resources or transfer resources from one place to another.
Kind of Mad Max style.
Yeah. So it just sounds like what an extraction shooter would be.
They did a play test for this last weekend, and it was like #1 on Steam or whatever, or it was a huge number of concurrent players. I'm going to give this one a shot because I've never played one of these before, and they've always scared me because of the idea that that other people can jack you for your stuff.
Yeah.
But playing Escape from Duck-Off, of all things, was like, oh.
No, I've really built my confidence with the Duck game.
I could see that. So I'm going to give it a shot. We're going to give it a shot next week. It came out like over Halloween, but dude, I got a bunch of other games I want to play first.
Yeah,
so
a whole bunch of stuff going on.
So yeah, but it looks pretty cool. I mean, like it's got style to it, and it looks nice.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of like a 90s VHS vibe in parts of it too.
Yeah,
like analog.
Yep. Let's see. We got Resident Evil Requiem Road to Requiem. This was a I think they opened up the pre-orders for Resident Evil Requiem, and this was interesting because this was the lady that plays Lady Dimitrescu. I forget what her name is, but they've been having her come in to do stuff. Maggie Robertson. They've been having her come in to do like voiceover. She was one of the people that hosted one of the Summer Games Fest shows.
Okay, yeah.
Because she's got a very good voice and she's very personable and she likes to make jokes about Lady Dimitrescu and do stuff. This is
because everybody wants her to step on them.
Yep. This is an 8 and almost 9-minute video that just goes over everything that's happened from Resident Evil 2 to Resident Evil Village.
Like story-wise?
Yes. Like just touching on like, here's in Resident Evil 2, Leon shows up at Raccoon City and he's a police officer and Jill's there, and then at the end Raccoon City gets blown up.
That's kind of nice. Because I don't fucking remember.
Well, one of the things that she pointed out that I had forgotten, even though I played all of these, is that there was like in Resident Evil 7, the shitty son is communicating with like a shadowy organization that I think there's also the implication that Lady Dimitrescu is talking to, that nobody knows what they are, because in this world, Umbrella has turned into a government organization that deals with bio outbreaks. So this is good. Yeah, it's a good catch up, and it's nice that they put it out a while ahead, and it's all put together in a very kind of nice presentation way. So. And then at the end, they have a little bit of they have like kind of a new trailer. It's mostly stuff we've seen before, but it kind of goes into some of the new stuff. We've seen a few new things. Like there's a part where they show what appears, because a part of this is about the daughter of one of the old characters going back to Raccoon City. Yeah, and then part of one of the things that we see in this trailer is the police station from 2, but like pristine, like completely back to that. Like that's what the police station, or it may not be, but it looks almost identical with the stairwells and the check-in desk and everything. But it looks more like the museum that it was before they turned it into the police station. So there's also, they showed that there's a pre-order thing where you can get a Lady Dimitrescu costume for the main character. Oh, Lord. Where she's just got the big hat and everything.
She's going to be significantly shorter, though.
Yeah, it's true. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. There's like spooky dudes and zombie masks and all kinds of crazy stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Very Resident Evil.
Yep. I can't wait for it to come out.
Very Resident, very evil.
Wish it came out this year.
Resident Evil Requiem for a Dream. Weird crossover, but it's just Jared Leto chasing you the whole time.
Are those zombies going ass to ass?
We're like from a distance, you see the silhouette and it looks like this multi-legged monster, and then you get closer and you see what it really is.
Oh, no. I know that's not supposed to be funny in the context of the movie, but I've always found it to be fucking hilarious. Let's see. Next up, we got the trailer for, this is Chrysal Theater of Idols. This is a game that I've known about for a little while. There's a demo out for it right now on Steam. It's a first-person shooter in a very Spanish, like, infused kind of area. And it's like you've got this guy and he's got blood guns and then he's fighting what looks like nun marionettes.
That's cool.
And they talk a lot about how there's this island, and they used to all worship the sun, and then it's like this sea cult came in and kind of took over. Like they worship the ocean and the depths and stuff, and they kind of drove out a lot of the old practitioners. And so you are somebody that was some.
Well, don't go to a place called Tormentosa.
But yeah, I got to be honest. This is like a 5-minute video, but I ever since I saw this at Summer Games Fest, I think was the first time I saw it. It might have been Game Awards last year. I really like how this looks.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, all we're seeing is like land.
Yeah.
And I like that, but I like the marionette nun that we caught for a second.
Like the big, they're like biomechanical.
They look like crank toys. You know what I'm talking about? Like wind-up toy dolls or something.
That's your main character. He's very pretty.
Oh, he's beautiful.
They go over a lot of the different like architectural influences, and they say, they're kind of from different time periods, but we just smashed them all together.
Yeah, I hope you like Catholicism.
Like this church has water wheels on it, which is a little strange.
Yeah, it's kind of sick. Yeah, I like the vibe for sure. It gives me a slight BioShock hint of just that, like mixing some old timey with some, I don't want to say steampunk. Yeah. But like whatever gear punk shit.
And it looks like the main character has this kind of big, this like blood power, because they talk about how like you can like absorb the corpses of animals to like refill your blood supply and use it for like ammo and health and stuff.
So you're saying there's going to be a lot of corpses of animals lying around?
It seems like it.
Like the next shot is a whole bunch of corpses of animals lying around.
Yep.
That's kind of neat.
Yeah. I don't know. Everything about it looks cool. It looks like creative and interesting. They show there's like a big circus that's like your hub area where there's a bunch of people.
Yeah.
It's like
it looks like Del Toro light.
Yeah, I know. It looks great. Little mini games you can play.
Cute.
So yeah, looks pretty fun. Yeah, let's see. From there, I'm trying to think of all the different horror stuff that we got. Oh, we got the announcement of a game called The Florist.
Oh, Spooky Flowers.
It is Spooky Flowers.
Audrey 2?
It's like a third person, like kind of Resident Evil style game, except what you're fighting is like flower monsters and vines and like nature shit.
Cut to my favorite Simpsons gag.
Yeah.
I think it's from a Treehouse of Horror where they get eaten by a giant Venus flytrap, where Homer gets eaten by a giant Venus flytrap and he just walks through it. And they're like, how did you do that? And he's like, it's a flower.
Yeah. I don't know. It's weird to think. I don't know if I need to see a little bit more to see like, in the lead up to Silent Hill F, there was a lot of the like that red
stuff,
plant that was like blood. This is so like colorful and green,
fungus or something. Yeah,
it's kind of hard to make me afraid of it. Like
it's beautiful. Kill me, I don't care.
It looks really nice. So I don't know. Maybe there are spookinesses to be had, but like, oh no, it's a person made out of flowers. That was the problem we had with that other Silent Hill game.
Yeah,
where
it just looked like a bouquet of flowers coming at you.
Scare us with flowers, and we're like, I'm not scared.
Yeah.
You could game over me all you want, but I'm not fucking scared. So let's see. From there, we got the launch trailer for Silly Polly Beast. This is a game I've had my eye on for a while. Michael and I just did a video for Patreon for this. This is like a kind of an action adventure game where you play as this mute lady that is breaking out of, or this mute girl that is breaking out of an orphanage with her sister, and when her sister doesn't show up, she ends up wandering into kind of this surreal dimension, and this like otherworldly entity makes a deal with her where if she takes out some other entities, she'll give her the power she needs to kind of get back to her sister.
Okay.
It's a combination of a lot of things. Like it's like a top-down action game. It's got like skateboarding and shooting and melee and like a bunch of interesting iconography of like weird landscapes and stuff. It almost reminds me a little bit of that 1000X Resist game, but then like with anime protagonists.
Yeah, I can't put my finger on what it is.
Yeah, and it's really like they shift the perspective a lot. Like there's places where you're kind of a top-down isometric action, but then there's also places that are like like more of a side scroller.
Yeah.
Like they use the fact that everything is relatively simple to be able to move the camera around. I said to Michael when we were recording it, it reminds me a little bit of a Suda 51 game in that respect, where it's like simple, but then they use that to just go all over the place.
Yeah, it gives them a little more freedom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very stylish and very fun. We had a great time playing it.
Nice.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
I'll have to watch the video. Patreon.com/RageSelect.
Damn right.
Jeff pays me every time I say it.
A quarter. We got.
I'm so close to $1, guys. I'm so close.
We got the. This is an animated trailer for Possessors, which is the next game from Heart Machine. This is like a side-scrolling Metroidvania game. This is a little animated thing where it's like it's showing people in this area when these demons attack, and like everybody's getting eaten.
Oh, there goes Timmy.
Yep, and the lady, both of her kids get killed. I think they're talking about her because she's like a shop. Like she goes around just kind of collecting things because she kind of turns into a demon, and then they show her kind of in the game because apparently you get your powers by getting more mundane objects. Like you'll get a cell phone and that'll give you electric powers, and you'll get like various things.
She had multiple arms?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, she definitely rolled demonesque.
There was in the animation, she's holding a teddy bear, and then another arm comes out and like strokes it, and I'm like, hang on.
Yep.
Hang on a minute. I'm no doctor.
Yep. So yeah, I'm really interested in this.
Yeah.
Because I like the art style. This company hasn't made a game that I super duper love, but I really like the art style and everything I'm seeing for this.
Yeah, it's got potential.
It's coming out November 11th.
Ooh, which is coming closer than I realized.
By the time this comes out, it'll be November. Pay your rent, everybody. I just want Thanksgiving because it's my favorite one.
It's my favorite.
You don't have to give people presents, and you don't have to dress up. You just have to eat.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yes, thank you.
Some people do dress up for Thanksgiving.
Well, it's not required. It's not.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, if you don't dress up on Halloween, people look at you like you're a crazy person. People keep asking me, like, what's your costume? And I'm like, it's called I don't want to dress up for Halloween.
Yeah.
That's my costume. We got the release date for Sleep Awake. This is a game. This is one of the Blumhouse games that's coming out. It's one where apparently there's some kind of sickness thing where if you go to sleep, you die. And so the people that are still alive have all been like awake
so
forever.
They're like delirious.
And they're
just
crazy.
Trying to survive.
So they've gone nuts, and now
That's
they're
fun.
using really unpleasant like Hellraiser shit to keep themselves awake.
I want a monster that kills you if you don't get 8 hours of sleep at night.
So that you have to.
I have to be well rested, otherwise they'll get you.
Like, okay, listen, I'm not going to play video games because I'll die. I'll actually die. Actually, what happened is I'd just be chronically late for work until I got fired.
Yeah, that's true.
No one's going to keep Night Jeff from staying up. I don't know. This looks interesting.
Working on my night, Jeff. No, it's cool. I mean,
it's a combination of very kind of trippy imagery and there's some like live action stuff in there, and then real grotesque kind of shit going on.
This looks like a music video to me.
Yeah. Also, you got to put eye drops in. So
yeah, because you don't blink when you don't sleep.
Is that a thing?
No.
Okay. Yeah. So that's also coming December 2nd. Demo
Which is also coming sooner than you think.
True. Remember we played Look Outside?
Yeah.
They just came out with the final version. So apparently they've been doing updates to it.
Sweet.
They've added a bunch of new monsters, storylines, dungeons, difficulty modes, etc., etc. So the 2.0 is the final version, and that is out now.
Sick.
So yeah.
Are we going to re-explore it?
No.
Because you didn't like it.
No.
Because you didn't want to look outside.
There's too many things out right now that demand my attention. So
put it in your back pocket for January slump.
Plus, I don't know how long it takes to get to new content.
Oh, that's true.
So I don't know. We got an announced trailer for a game called Skinwalker. This also is kind of an interesting pixel-based game. Appears to be about a guy whose daughter gets sick, and then he makes a deal with this like I don't know, what do they call it? It's like a giant monster with claws that has like a skull with like muscles and stuff over it. I've seen this iconography before, but I don't know exactly what it is. But a lot of fucked up shit going on in this weird pixel art
real weird
trailer where you turn into this giant fucking creepy monster.
Like a Wendigo?
Sort of.
I'm sorry, was that a giant Sasquatch?
Yep, and also it looked like the alien power armor.
Oh, yeah, it did.
So I don't know what's going on here, but I want to.
I don't know. I guess because it's like underground science-y lab thing, but I get that like, what was it called? Carry On? The vibes
played the giant
like blobby meat flesh monster.
Yep.
Yeah, you get a little bit of that, but you're like that looks like a Wendigo.
Like a crocodile-headed, skinless guy.
Meat falling off your bones. Too tender. He's been smoked for too long.
We got the announcement for Dollmare.
I have seen clips from Dollmare.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if a demo came out or something, but I've definitely seen some.
This is just the announcement on the PS5 page.
Yeah.
This appears to be a Spot the Anomaly game where you have to look at a doll.
Yeah, and
like
it'll talk, and sometimes it says spooky things.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's one where they showed like the character going over to put the doll in the bad chute, and it was like shaking its head, and it looked really worried. Like it looked. Apparently, you can like repair them. And
why did you have a fidget spinner?
I don't know. You could fidget spin.
Yeah.
I don't know. You and I are both suckers for the Spot the Anomaly games.
We are also sucker for you've given us a job and we no longer care about the spookiness,
That's
the spooky
true.
element of it.
I don't want to die because then I would be fired.
We're trapped in a consumerist hellscape. Better finish our tasks so we can get some money.
Yeah, how am I going to eat Taco Bell if I don't fucking pick out which dolls are haunted or not? I don't care.
Yeah, whatever. It pays the bills and it gives me like a holiday pay. I don't care.
Yep. You know what? I got 2 weeks of vacation at the Dollmare factory. Do you know how long I've wanted that?
No one's coming between me and my health care, my medical.
Dude, they let you roll your PTO over. They don't even fucking take it away.
I will touch a haunted doll or two.
That's right.
Whatever.
It's 2025, man. I just need something. We also got the reveal for Static Dread, the submarine. You might remember Static Dread, the lighthouse.
Oh,
where we had to do the weird thing where we had to guide the ships in and stuff. This is, I don't know if it's like an anthology.
I hope nobody's knocking on the door here.
But here we're trapped in a submarine. It's like Escape the Submarine. And there's like...
Well, that's not going to work out.
Weird Cthulhu guys in there and stuff. Like a lot of weird stuff. And I'm like, I appreciate, I hope that Static Dread did well enough that they were like, okay, let's do another one.
Yeah, let's hop into it.
Let's do an escape room, but you're in a submarine. That's an interesting concept of like, I'm trapped in a sub.
Yeah.
Especially because the control room looks like a fucking full-on military submarine.
Yeah.
As opposed to all those civilian submarines.
I'm into it. Wait, you don't like the ones in Disneyland where you go in and it's just real small?
Yeah.
And now it's Finding Nemo?
Yep. Yeah, that's coming out. Looks pretty cool. Looks like a pretty good one.
Looks pretty good.
We got a lot of Under the Sea stuff this week. We also got the launch trailer for a game called Beneath. That is a real action-oriented, like you're in an underground... you're in like an underwater station, and there's like been an outbreak, and the outbreak is like Cthulhu's and stuff.
Okay.
Like elder gods.
I mean, if there's going to be an outbreak, it's going to be Cthulhu's.
And so you're in there like trying to blast your way through. It looks like very action oriented. What you don't know, because you didn't see these ahead of time, is that they're also playing some like new metal butt rock behind this. And I was like, I'm kind of into it. I'm kind of into it. So
my young coworkers call it angry divorced dad rock.
I like the fact that it's gone from like what the angsty teens listening to what the divorced dads
But if you think about timing, that does make sense.
No.
That is, they are the age.
Of course. I'm going to be 50, okay? At some point soon.
But it's there.
Yeah.
Like, it's coming up. My brother turned 40 today.
Oh, man. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Again.
We already said it.
Yeah. But yeah, this was pretty cool. This came out last week. I think we might actually play this next week because...
Why not?
It's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see.
Oh,
So you got underwater. We had a lot of underwater. This isn't even all the underwater. That horror showcase had like 5 more underwater games.
I'm sorry. Did I just watch like an aquatic person get eaten by a shark?
Yes.
Nice.
This is like Rust, but underwater. So it's like one big world where people can like make
you breathe underwater?
They're all mannequins. So it's like when they do the close up, they're all or they're not human or something. There's something weird about them where yes, you can, and so it's going to be a thing where you're like battling other people and staking out. Actually, they may not be mannequins; they may be like merfolk or something, but like Namors. But you're making weapons and armor, and then like swimming around. But there's also like sharks and shit. So
weird.
Which they showed sharks.
It's interesting that they chose like real aquatic creatures because you could have easily Subnautica'd this.
Yeah.
You know? But they were like, no, real sharks.
It reminded me a lot of like horror Subnautica until...
I thought Subnautica was horror Subnautica.
It kind of is, but it was a little grimier.
Yeah.
Until they started doing it, until it became clear there was like multiplayer. And I was like, oh.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I don't know. I had first thought it was... What do they call? I hate the fact that we're just attaching slop to things right now, but what they call like friend slop games, which like the Repo and Lethal Company and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I thought it was one of those when I first chose it, and then I was like, oh, it's Rust. Never mind. Fuck Rust.
Aw.
We got the launch trailer for Outer Worlds 2.
Huzzah!
Changing gears entirely. I had no transition.
Soon?
It's out. It came out yesterday.
Okay.
And then last week it was out. If you bought the collector's edition, if you upgraded, it was like 5 days early access. So
and then you get that flaw where they make fun of you.
And if you want, like you can always decline the flaws. So.
Why would you decline that flaw? They get to make fun of you.
I don't know. I'm really excited. I've really tried not to find out too much about this.
Yeah, you want to go in fresh.
But they definitely have a lot of the comedy kind of stuff.
Yeah.
They're talking about you get to decide who lives and who dies. And then behind it, they've got a kind of a futuristic old-timey ragtime thing.
Yeah, I'm into it. The vibes are right.
Yes. I just hope that I can get it running well on one of the computers and or consoles that I own.
Yeah.
Because I want to play it real nice and smooth and not herky or jerky. So...
none herks, no jerks.
I've still been waiting for Avowed. Apparently this runs better than Avowed, so I'm hoping that it runs okay because everything about it, like, I love it. The last game has a fond place in my heart because unlike a lot of other games, I ended up with the story in the game where I made a charisma stealth character, and at the end of the game there was this giant gauntlet of enemies that you had to go through to get to the final boss, and I was able to just put on this hologram disguise and walk past all of them. I didn't have to fight a single one of them because I had hoarded energy recharges for the hologram thing because I wasn't using it because I was sneaking, and so I just walked by everybody. I snuck up to the boss's office. I quick saved my game. I talked to the boss and didn't have enough charisma to convince them to just don't do it and leave. And then I'd remembered that charisma gets upgraded when you drink alcohol in the game.
So
I got my character shit-faced, and I was like, you should just go.
We're all just like friends here.
It's not cool,
and he's
man.
Like, dang, you know what? You make a lot of sense, drunk guy that just snuck in.
And that was how I ended Outer Worlds 1. And I was like, that was perfect. I love it. I will always remember that. So
that's the different plan, Jeff, where he just gets drunk and he charismas his way through.
I love it. We got the launch trailer for Bounty Star, The Morose Tale of Graveyard Clem. One of the best subtitles.
Such a long title.
This is like a weird kind of future Western about a lady, Clementine, who was in like the
my darling,
the mech military, and then she left, and now she runs like a salvage station and like bounty hunts with a homemade mech suit that she made.
Yeah, seems up your alley.
I like the look of it. Apparently, it's like it's okay, and so I haven't gotten to it yet because I really want to give it the care that it seems like it deserves, even if it's just okay. Because I don't know, I think it looks pretty cool. You got a big mech and running around, you're shooting giant monsters and other mechs and all kinds of stuff.
Hell yeah!
It's got that fucking dusty southern,
it's like the old west,
Nevada wasteland kind of vibe to it.
Yeah, it's kind of chill.
So yeah, and that came out. It's also on Game Pass. So I actually have it
so
installed.
I like it more.
I just hope that whoever made it gets paid enough that they can make more games, because looks pretty good to me. Let's see. We got the Dispatch teaser for episode 3 and 4 of Dispatch.
Ooh. I know you and John had a good time playing.
We did. I think we were going to, because they're putting out one of these 2 a week for the next 5 or 6 weeks.
Sequential.
I think we're going to try to roll 1 a weekend, because they're about an hour long each, and they're breezy and they're real fun.
Yeah.
The first 2 ended with you've got this team of misfits, and the main character Robertson is everybody keeps quitting the misfit team because they keep running them off, and he's like, I'm gonna make them into actual fucking superheroes because I got nothing better to do. And so the teaser for this was your boss telling you have to fire somebody before the end of the week. So I'm sure that's going to be kind of one of the things. They also kind of are getting into the meta plot about the armor that the guy got messed up. So yeah, it seems cool. I love the way it looks. I love how and the script writing is on point. The fucking voice acting is wonderful.
I've seen so many clips, and it just looks downright enjoyable.
It very much is. And it's not even, I think it's $40, and then you get all of the episodes. So
that's sick.
I hope that when this is done, it's good enough that they make more.
Yeah.
I hope it gets some game awards too, because it really does look fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
And they put a lot of work into it. Also, in the first one, it's the blonde bombshell character comes and headhunts you because she knows that your mech got destroyed, and she wants you to go work for SDN. And there's a little bit, she comes to the bar, and you guys end up flirting. You have an option to try to kiss her, and if you do, it's she's pulled back. So there's a little bit of flirty energy between her and the main character. And at the very end, it is revealed that she's dating the Superman guy in the office, who's kind of a douche.
Yeah.
And it's oh, good. No, that's perfect. You don't got to reinvent the wheel. Just have a fucking oh, here comes the new guy, and there's weird chemistry, and I didn't think I was going to meet a guy, but now do I break up with Superman to date Iron Man when he's not in the armor and he kind of sucks?
I mean, but he's quippy and cute.
Yeah. We got to pick it up. Let's see. Avatar Legends, the fighting game, is having a closed alpha test. This thing has been in development for a little while. I mean, given the bad Avatar games that have been made over the years, I think that making a fighting game is probably just as good an idea as anything else. So this is one that was also kind of on ice for a little while, but it looks pretty good. The animations are really good. There's one move that Aang does where he swoops down, where it's just tilting the sprite and then coming back up. So it looks a little cheap, but everything else looks pretty good. So but they're having a closed alpha with 4 different characters, so you can go sign up for that if you want. Amanda, they're putting them Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, another thing.
Yay!
Unfortunately, it's Arc Survival Ascended.
Oh.
You could play as any of the turtles. They've also got Shredder, Foot Clan. They've got
the Chompers or whatever they're called.
Mousers. There's also some clothing for April and Casey.
Yeah. What the fuck?
And then there's also, you can put masks on the big dinosaurs in the game so that they look like...
They're also Ninja Turtles.
Sure.
Yeah, why not? What the fuck? Sure. I don't give a shit. I love it.
The thing right now is that the turtles...
Sorry, T-Rex had a mask.
Yeah.
Tickled me.
The turtles apparently will license themselves to anything right now.
Hell yeah.
You can put turtles in anything for a song. Yeah. So
Eastman and or Laird really need that cash. That cold, hard cash. I forget which one bought it all, but one of them.
We got the second trailer for Rock Beasts. This is
that fish is worth it.
This is a band simulator, a rock and roll band.
But they look like BoJack Horseman characters.
They do. In fact, they look actionably like BoJack Horseman characters. They look so much like BoJack Horseman characters that you're you guys should probably get sued.
Yeah.
For
very much.
There's homage, and then there's you just ripped directly out of BoJack Horseman and made them.
Are we certain that their art director isn't
part of that group?
Yeah.
I looked it up when they first announced it. No.
Okay.
Because he was interviewed about it. He was like, no, we're just really big fans of BoJack Horseman. This is no way related to it. And I'm like, well, you can't just rip off the entire fucking art style.
Yeah.
Maybe you can.
I don't know.
But
I mean, if the crew doesn't care, right? Like if the BoJack Horseman people are like, whatever.
The thing is that the game seems really good. Like the writing and everything for it seems really good. Like it's a messy rock band, like where you could choose between like staying indie or going corporate, or like, and then the characters have like different mental states you have to juggle through. You got to do all this different stuff, and it's very good writing. So
I mean, I'm interested.
Yeah.
I love the weird music stuff.
And the BoJack Horseman characters look good.
It kind of works.
Yeah. So I really hope that they don't get shut down or messed up, but like I could totally understand if they did.
Yeah.
So
the fucking fish. That's all I care about. Because he plays the bass.
Yeah.
And he's a fish. Is he a bass bassist?
He's a bit. God. Power Wash Simulator 2 is out.
Don't you betray me, Jeff. I put a lot of work into that joke.
Yeah, Power Wash Simulator 2. That's a thing.
Yeah, John's playing it.
I haven't started it yet just because I played the shit out of the first one, and I just want to make sure that I have the time to give to this one.
Yeah, so. It's his meditation game where he's just like, I want to play something, but I don't want to like think.
Yeah. And then last but not least, let's see. I'm trying to decide what all to chop out here.
Chop.
We got a release date for Go Way Back, which is the Player Unknowns, the guy that made PUBG.
Yeah.
His next thing, and it's very much just a survival, and then walking through like a giant, like actual woods.
Yeah.
Woods, and like trying to not die. Like trying to find your way with a
story
compass.
of my life, man. Just trying not to die.
And apparently there's going to be a bunch of new custom game settings, so you can choose like what kind of weather you want or don't want. It's very pretty.
Yeah, it is super pretty.
Which it damn well better be if all you're doing is walking through the woods.
Yeah.
It better be nice to look at, but
are things going to attack you?
No. I think that it's more just like straight survival.
So because you can set the time.
Yeah.
So like if you set it to night, you're just scaring yourself at that point.
I don't know. I think so.
Just like walking through the woods all creepy.
I think so. Yeah. I also put the Kirby Air Riders Direct in here.
Meh.
Because
I love Kirby, but like for fuck's sake, just give me the game at this point.
It was really good because I forgot Sakurai. Like I was watching when he was doing the Smash Brothers stuff, and he would do these hour-long Nintendo Directs where he would be like, here's how Donkey Kong's fist works now and how it used to work and how he changed it by this much. And I was like, who needs to know this amount? And then as time has gone on, I'm like, no, that's good. That's actually information that you can use as opposed to just like, here's a sizzle reel that tells you nothing.
Oh, yeah.
Here's a nerd who's like, you could do this and this and this, and we did this because of this.
There is something delightful about somebody who gives a shit about the minute details of the games he's making.
I think this looks really good.
Yeah.
And I wonder, it also makes a difference because Mario Kart never did anything like this. It was just like, it showed a little bit, but it was a standard, like, it wasn't this weird, in-depth, hour-long Nintendo Direct devoted to the racing game with Kirby. Like, they were just like, yeah, you can go from place to place. Whereas here, he talks about like, oh, yeah, you could do this copy ability on this place. So I just wanted to run through, because we didn't get to talk about it last week, just the highlights here. There's a thing called Top Ride that's like a top-down version in the GameCube.
Oh, fun.
They're putting all of that in there. There's a thing called Road Trip where you go down a road and then you come to a choice and you get to choose which minigame you want to do. I think there's also going to be like a story mode in there somewhere. There's like an online licensing system where you can customize all your little game stuff.
Cool.
Let's see. There is like a boss attack mode that you could do. There's like a mecha DDD and a few other bosses. They introduced a bunch of other new characters. The one that I think is interesting is Lololo and La La La, like from the Adventures of Lolo, like the little blue circle. Like they're two characters on one air rider.
Sure.
There's a transforming machine.
Sick.
There's Robo DDD.
Oh my god, he's horrifying.
You can customize your air rider, like with a bunch of
like
optional
stickers?
parts.
Yeah,
and then it's like you can sell that online with people can buy your designs with like the stars they earn in courses. There will be no monetary transfers. It's just like a way to see how popular your thing is. So it's like a fake economy. You get the points by playing the game. You can spend those points. They mean nothing. You can never cash them out. And it's just a way to like see how popular your thing is as to how many points got spent on it.
Interesting.
They also did a similar thing with the rankings, where the rankings are 5 color shape combinations. It's like orange triangle or blue star. And so instead of like an A through or like a F through S ranking, it's like, no, I'm rank red triangle. So it's not to make people mad because these ranks mean
nothing.
Very little.
Yeah.
Even though I'm sure people will immediately figure out.
Yeah, once
which
they
one's
figure it
higher
out,
than
they will
one,
start. Yeah. Not me, though. I'll be happy with anything.
They're also putting out a bunch of new amiibos. And you can pop the riders off of one and put them onto the thing on the other one. So there was more to it than that, but those were the highlights.
Kirby. I have a few Kirby amiibos that I never use and just have because I love him.
Yeah.
Or her.
Them?
He looks like a boob. I have to assume gender neutrality on that.
This looks like a fun game. Like it's more of like half a fighting game and half a racing game, where there's a lot. Their matches are super fast, right? And like there's a lot of. It's like one button, but then the amount of like all the guys automatically go forward, and then you use this one button for like drift and attack, and also a different like sliding through turns. Like it's a really interesting the way that they've combined this stuff into an easy to pick up but hard to master kind of thing.
Yeah. This had it come out with the Switch 2 would sell me more on the Switch 2
than Mario Kart.
They
never really like, they kind of just like, okay, it was Mario Kart but open world. I kept being like, what does that bring to the table?
Yeah,
what do you do in the open world?
Yeah.
And it was like nothing. It was like, well, I mean, I guess you can unlock new costumes. I'm like, well, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Thought they were going to do more.
All right, let's wrap it up super quick. We're already over time.
Wrap it up.
We got the confirmation that Sony PlayStation Plus games in November. Stray is going to be the big one. So, Future Cat thing, as well as EA Sports WRC 24 and Totally Accurate Battle Simulator.
Sick.
Assassin's Creed Shadows 2. Assassin's Creed Shadows on the Switch 2 got leaked last week, and we got an official price and release date. It's going to be December 2nd. It's going to be $60.
God damn.
So there you go. Elden Ring on the Switch 2 has been delayed until 2026.
Oh.
Every time anybody saw this running on the Switch 2, they said the frame rate was fucking abysmal. As soon as you go out into the world, it's like 25 frames a second or something.
Yikes.
And everybody's like, no, thank you. So FromSoft is like, we need to make sure that this works.
Tweak it and make sure you guys actually want to play it.
Which
Who
to
the
me,
fuck would want to play it on the Switch 2?
I was like, I might if it looked good and ran good, like the ability to just take Elden Ring wherever and play it if you're bored.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, not for full price, but like, because I already bought Elden Ring a lot of times.
Yeah.
But if it's going to run like garbage, then no.
Why? Yeah.
No, thank you. So.
Yeah.
I think that this might end up being one of those ones that looks like crap and runs kind of like crap. But we'll see. Vampire the Masquerade Blood Hunt, which was their battle royale game that they put out, is being turned off.
Oh.
So they stopped doing updates for it, and then of course as the player count has gone down, they have now kind of gone underneath the like, we should even keep these servers turned on player count. They're going to keep it on until April of next year, then they're going to turn it off.
Sad.
Yep. And then we've got a few fun wrap-ups. If you need another multiplayer game, some crazy motherfuckers went out there and made a Bully online mod that lets you bring like fucking just 12 people into Bully. And
what the fuck were you guys doing thinking about Bully?
A lot of people really like Bully.
That trips me out.
Like you can run around and it looks real janky.
Yeah.
You can play some of the little mini games. You can like drive around. You can interact with stuff. It looks pretty fully featured.
You know, honestly, Rockstar, get on that.
Yeah. I mean, everybody wants to know about Bully 2, but
it's not happening.
Grand Theft Auto 6. So yeah, but this looks pretty good.
Yeah. No, I don't know if it looks pretty good, but it looks delightful and silly.
Well, it looks like Bully jankily with janky multiplayer bolted onto it.
There's a lot of oddness, and I support it.
Yep. Let's see. I don't know about this whole thing. Overwatch 2 has their Halloween skins. Mm-hmm. This is an article from Kotaku that was talking about this Ramatra skin where he transforms and how it looks like he's got a giant hanging cyber dong. What do you think? Especially because it's like got fabric stuff on it, so when you swing around, it like flips and flops all over the place.
It's a loincloth.
It's a loincloth.
Robot loincloth, but it is in fact dick shaped, and it has like detail lines. Yeah. That is a drawing of a dick. Yeah. Like you cannot deny, with an opening at the end and everything.
Yep. We've got a little line at the end and everything.
Like, so, Jesus Christ.
Like the more I look at it, the more dick like.
Yeah, I was sometimes you look at like dick like things and you go, that's not a dick. This opposite. Yeah. This I was like, not a dick. And now the more I look at it, that's straight up a dick.
That's a dick, right?
That's
there.
A schlong, baby.
And then last but not least, I really shouldn't have had this story at all, because this is another
but
mod
here we
are. So Time Splitters. You remember Time Splitters? It was like a first-person action game where you went through different time periods and killed people.
Yeah, actually, yes.
There was a group of crazy people who decided that they wanted to mod the entirety of all three of the first games into CryEngine. The Crytek engine that Crysis and stuff like that was built on. So they started doing it a long time ago, and they have now got a full-on finished release date. It's got all three of the original games, single-player campaigns, as well as all of the multiplayer, and they're all in one package. And it's called Time Splitters Rewind.
You guys are weird. I love it.
I like
what
it.
The fuck? Yep. Just do it.
It's coming out November 23rd. And the thing is that the real question would be like, well, did you get permission? And yes, they got permission from the Time Splitters team.
That's funny.
To just do all this stuff. So nobody's about to get sued. So yeah, if you're a big Time Splitters fan, maybe give it a shot.
Check it out.
Yep.
Check a look.
That is it. We're a little bit over time, but not as much as I thought.
Yeah.
Patreon.com/RageSelect. You've heard it three times. Now it's 4. I owe man $1 whole.
$1 whole.
And with that, yes, we're going to say goodnight. Hope you all had a wonderful Halloween. And
happy birthday to my brother.
Happy birthday. Yeah. And we'll see you next week. Bye, everybody. Bye.